And we are live. What's up? It is the live stream lounge. Hanging out with me today is Paul Michael Kane.
Hey,
oh
guys.
My gosh. I've been waiting for this for weeks,
Yeah.
and so awesome to have you here.
I have been looking forward to this for a month.
Oh my gosh, so awesome. We have so much to go over, talking about stuff you've done with me, stuff I've done with you.
Yep.
I want to hear all about 19th edition, and we have some stuff coming up in the future with Aladdin 3477. We've got new, not just one, I'm wearing my FIDGI shirt, not just one FIDGI toy that we're unveiling, but another one. And we've got some other reveals. It's going to be amazing. Oh my gosh. James, you need to say hello.
Oh.
What's up,
you guys?
I love it. I love the getup. So you've got kind of a Mandalorian in just in time for season 3. You've got a Deanna Sheehan enamel pin rocking. You've got Baby Yoda hat. Love it. It looks great. I dig it, man. You look nice and warm. Festive for the winter.
Decided to accessorize, you know.
All right. I like it. Very cool. So here's what's up. We always start real quick with drinks. So first, I'm going to make a drink for Paul, and then Paul is going to make real drinks. So I thought I would go simple. And Paul, you're not really a fan of whiskey, are you?
I'm not. I don't think I've had the right kind yet.
Isn't it funny how when someone says they don't like something, all we want to do is, I'm going to make you like it. Like if you liked something and I like it too, it's like, yeah, I like it too.
Right. Yeah.
It's no big deal. But if you don't like something, I'm going to change your life. And that's what I'm going to do today. Also, I remembered to show, look at these skulls in these
awesome.
glasses.
Is that going to make the taste better?
It does.
It does,
It makes
right?
it more, it's mysterious, right? So what we're going to do, we're not just going to have whiskey. We are going to have peanut butter whiskey, and I'm pulling out the big guns today. This is Old Smoky. And first of all, just take a whiff.
Oh,
Right?
okay. All right. We're on the right track.
All right. So just, and you know what? We're just going to nurse a little bit. You don't need to shotgun it.
So the last time I had whiskey, it tasted like moldy water.
Oh,
Yeah, it was awful.
that's not good.
But the gentleman allowing me to taste this whiskey said it was the best there is.
And actually, that was a famous writer who's no longer with us, Bill Baker.
Let's
toast
to Bill.
to Bill. This is to Bill. All right, peanut butter whiskey. Sip it, nurse it.
Oh, that is way better. That's a
Just a
completely
little
different
bit.
experience right there.
Right?
And you got the peanut butter like right at the end there.
Mm-hmm.
That is smooth and warm going
And
in.
it's pretty smooth. For whiskey, it's really smooth.
It really is.
And it's not something that, like, if you're thirsty, this is not what you drink. Now, some people can down whiskey, but, like, I just like to make sweet love to it.
Holy cow.
Just, you know,
Yeah, that's really good.
just nurse it, nurture it.
Really good. All right, so I am doing what? I'm making you guys. Let's see. So it's James Bond's favorite drink.
Is it?
Not an appletini, which is
Oh.
what I'm making,
Oh,
but it's a martini,
okay.
right? And I had for my very first drink, I had the vodka martini, shaken not stirred, just like James Bond, and it was awful. It was really bad. So I'm going to make you guys an apple martini,
Okay.
and
You're going to make one for everyone here.
I've watched you guys make these drinks.
Yeah.
What do you call them? The candy bar drinks?
Yeah, the candy bar drinks.
Yeah. And this isn't as sweet, but it's got a really nice, refreshing quality to it. Let's see, how many am I making?
You're making 5.
5. 1, 2, 3. Great.
Nice.
So that's Tito's. I'm a Tito's guy. I like Tito's a lot. Then we're going to do.
By the way, we were talking about this earlier. So Tito's, both Paul and I have the Tito's sweater, right? Or yeah, the Tito's sweater on this bottle of Tito's vodka right here. And when Paul said, I have the Tito's sweater, I said, you have a sweat, like the life-size version of this? And he was like, they have that? And I was like, well, they should. So We need to know for all you Tito's fans out there, does this exist? Because I feel like this would be
I can't get
the
this
Christmas
open.
sweater. Really? It probably hasn't been opened in a long time. It's probably sealed by.
If it does open it, I've loosened it for him.
Whoa.
Okay, good.
Hold on. Artist hands.
James, save us.
You got it, James.
Well, we'll put that one away. We'll just add some more apple.
Oh.
Oh,
Why?
you just had a little whiskey, and now you're going all sideways.
That sounds like.
Did you get it? Oh no, you didn't.
I in fact happened to not get it.
Oh yeah, this is cool.
All right.
That'll work with that.
Yeah, we're just gonna add a little bit more vodka.
All right. Boy, this is going to be an entertaining live stream.
And then remember, you guys were talking about martinis way back when you started, and why shaken not stirred.
Oh yeah.
Well, there's two reasons. It doesn't really apply. One of the reasons applies to this particular martini, but you want in a regular martini you have vermouth. I don't like vermouth in my martinis. Neither does James Bond. But if you stir,
I like that you know that. Does it say that in the books?
it does. Yeah, Ian Fleming is very particular in the recipes for different things. So
Awesome.
if you stir vermouth, you bruise it. You want to shatter it, so that's why you shake it.
Mhm.
You also want it ice cold, and that's why the shaker. For my drinks.
I have another question about James Bond.
Uh-huh.
With the little Ian Fleming knowledge that I know from you,
Mhm.
does James Bond in the books ever go on a bird watching adventure?
You know, what? James Bond was named 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right?
Yes.
Was named after a famous ornithologist
Oh.
named James Bond. He wrote a book called
Really?
Birds of the West Indies. It's a very rare book. We saw one when we toured the Spy Museum in Washington, D.C.
I keep hearing about that museum.
It's amazing.
Oh wow!
It's absolutely amazing.
Is it gonna have pigeon drones over it?
Yes.
That's nuts.
Okay. Let's see. And there should be a really cool green.
Yeah.
color to it.
That's fun. We done with the ice?
Yep. And if I've done my math right.
Wow.
So I can't wait. We're going to be jumping to comments soon, but man, we are going to talk Aladdin 3477 Star Wars 19th edition. I can't wait for my viewers to hear all about 19th edition. This looks like
the ratio.
I know this
Look
looks
at
like highlighter fluid. This is amazing.
Well, the Midori makes it even more. Midori, which is melon liqueur, sort of cuts the pucker of the apples. And 3, 4. Whoop, that one didn't go good. And
Now, if you're ordering this, I can't imagine, like, if I was going to a bar and if I wanted to, I guess this would be like an alternate reality, a hypothetical reality where I'm not like
Super Spy.
well, no, where I'm not like happily involved in a relationship.
Okay.
So if I was trying to impress the ladies, I can't imagine trying to be dapper, walking into a bar and saying, "Can I have an appletini, please?"
Right.
Like what? So how do you ask for one and maybe not get it in a glass that's so?
The martini glass is an awesome glass because you're not supposed to drink it like this, which is what you see a lot of. Because
Okay.
why do you think? Because now you're warming the martini. Drink it
Oh,
like this because now you're not warming the martini.
okay.
Ladies, come get yours. I would serve it to you, but I'm on live. We'll have a little toast. Should we toast again to Bill? James, right there.
Yes.
I used to know this. There's a Italian word for apple.
Mela.
Mela, all right, martini alla
Una
mela,
mela.
right? So that's how you make it
amazing.
cool instead of an appletini, which I hate asking for because you're right, it's very emasculating. Do we cheers to Bill again?
Yeah. To Bill Baker.
Bill Baker.
A lot of my
Cheers.
fans might know who Bill Baker is. He wrote my first book, Fantastic Visions, but he
Fantastic
also
Visions.
wrote the quintessential Jim Lee book.
Which has an author photo taken by yours truly. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers, Bill.
Cheers. Mm,
All right.
refreshing.
That
Right.
That's profound.
yeah.
Yeah,
Very good.
That's
Oh my
nice and
God.
warm.
This also is like candy. This is
Yeah.
like this
Mhm.
tastes like
That's why I knew
Jolly Rancher.
Sour Patch
Yeah,
Kids
It's
or
a Jolly
something.
Ranch.
Mm.
It's
Yep.
a
Jolly
apple
Rancher.
Jolly Ranch.
when I saw you making the candy bar drinks, I'm like, I know what I'm making because this is sweet.
Mhm.
Nice.
It's like a Jolly Rancher. Now the best part is you put the apple in the martini,
Yes.
It soaks.
soaks it in when you finish it.
Oh.
You chew on the
It's a
martini.
nice little.
It's really good.
Awesome.
Mhm.
All right, we're going to
Thank
get the party started and then we're going to get to some comments. But first, the party begins now. Woo! All right. Rock and roll. Let's get to some comments really quick. All right. Hey, Matt, PMK, and chat. Everyone's saying hello. I love how everyone's just saying hello to everyone. It's like this cool community. Awesome. Hello. Howdy ho. So this fall, when it comes time to renew my customs license plate, I keep my Star-Lord license plate or should I change it to FIDGI? Hard decisions. Gosh, there's so many cool license plates. Like you could have A3477
Ooh.
is my world. No, I don't know what. I'm not sure.
Might be a little long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna have a lot like FIDGI 1 through like 8 because I guarantee you people are gonna try to get FIDGIs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Star-Lord. FIDGI beat Star-Lord?
That might be a little long too. I like it, Justin. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. You would have the first Aladdin 3477 custom plate, and we would need a photo of that because we would need to immortalize that. This is maybe a little strong here. Should I blow these laser lights
don't
out?
do that because it's like a J.J. Abrams movie.
Is it?
It's produced by J.J. Abrams.
And guess who?
Yeah.
He
Oh,
did
yeah.
he did, James did the.
Maybe one of them.
Okay. All right. Let's see what else. Be right back. All right, come back, Ted.
Hey, there's
Hans von
Hans.
Werth. All right. Hey,
Hans.
guys. And this is from Germany, right?
Yep, Hans is my admin on 19th edition, the best admin on the planet, literally.
Awesome.
He's on the other side of the planet.
Yeah.
And he is, Hans, you're the best. Thank you.
Guten Tag.
Matt, you've been to Germany.
Several times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing
Jedi
Star
Con.
Wars stuff.
Mm-hmm.
JediCon, yeah.
Yep. And Star Wars Celebration when that was there as well. Martinis are the best. Dirtier, the better.
So dirty martini is olive juice
Yeah.
in the martini. And I'm a big fan of olives.
You get those at
Not in the
Snack
apple
House.
martini.
The only olive juice I like is when I whisper to Casey and I don't make a noise, but I just say the word olive juice. Hello, Mama Rick. Hello.
There's Yolanda from 19th edition. Yolanda.
Awesome. Welcome, everyone, from 19th edition. We are definitely going to be talking about 19th edition for all of my viewers that don't know what it is, but I know a lot of my fans are gonna be into it, which is awesome. And Eric Steele hanging out, awesome. Enjoy those martinis. It's 3 a.m. here in Germany, so I'm not sure how long I'll be watching, but I appreciate you guys very much. Awesome. And Hans, just so you know, once this is done, you'll be able to watch this again on my YouTube channel and on Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitch. So you'll be able to see it everywhere. Hello.
Shelly's here. Cam's here.
Awesome. Always have an odd number of. Ooh, did you know that?
I did
Always have
not
an
know
odd
that.
number. That's just good design anyway. Always have an
Right,
odd number on display. All right, Ted, thank you for hanging out with us. That intro is bangarang. I agree. It's like RRR worthy. The crowd goes. It's just for you, Bridge. What is up? It's so awesome. Everyone's saying hello. Hi, what's up, Kendra? How would you feel about Roy Lee and Starfish doing a trailer review? Yet for Aladdin 3477? I think it needs to happen, Ted. Absolutely. We love you, Hans. What up, Mike Heston?
Mike Bird.
Hi,
Mike
everyone.
Jason.
Did I hear something about
Oh,
prizes?
stop, Mike. Just stop it right now.
What?
The guy keeps trying to hijack my prizes.
Yolanda says, hi, Paul.
Hey, Yolanda.
What's up? Jeff Norgrove is here. What up?
Really?
Thumbs up. All right. So we got all kinds of fun things to share. First of all, what I wanted to talk about, I wanted to get into some of the history of Paul and I working together. We're going to start back from the beginning in a second, but just to start things off, just a quick thing for people that want to know some of the things that Paul and I have been involved with. So a lot of people know one of my notorious, like one of the most, when people think of me and my work, especially with Star Wars, if there was like one piece that people like probably are familiar with, that they know about, it is the Style D one sheet. And I'm very proud of this piece, especially because the first one for the first trilogy was created by Drew Struzan and Charles White III. Lucasfilm asked me to do the follow-up for the prequel trilogy, but I couldn't have done this without Paul Michael Kane, because Paul Michael Kane did all of the typography, the logo, and all of this. You have no idea how much had to be back and forth. And Paul was working, even before I did the painting, we were doing sketches. I would do a sketch. I would pass it to Paul. He would put the logo on it. We would send that to Lucasfilm. We would get notes back. It was such a crazy back and forth. And it was such an interesting back and forth because after we did this, Art Scene International magazine ran a 12-page article.
Pages. It was insane.
Yeah, and it was interviews with both you and I and Pete Vilmer from Lucasfilm, and detailed every step, all the sketches. And but I want to hear from you. What was some of the crazy things, like getting into like the fonts and stuff?
You know, that was the easy part for me. What was really daunting was, is this real to me? Because I, like you, grew up on Star Wars. And when the prequels came out, I set a goal for myself. I'm gonna somehow be involved in a Star Wars project, an officially licensed Star Wars project. So when you reached out to me about this, I'm like, yes, absolutely. And then I'm like really overwhelmed. Am I going to get this done? Am I going to do this right? And it was just such a blast. The fonts to me were the easiest part. Emulating and bookending the trilogy with you was a huge honor. And to this day, it is one of my most proud projects that I've ever worked on to this day. What was your challenge?
Gosh, the whole thing. And for one, I was not only trying to duplicate Drew Struzan's style. And by the way, this wasn't Drew Struzan's normal style, which I kind of normally do. This is when he was kind of mimicking J.C. Leyendecker. So I had to mimic basically J.C. Leyendecker for the people. And then because Charles White III did all of the mechanical things, then I had to try to challenge him as well. Plus, the whole thing has to look like a ripped poster and everything. And it wasn't just our design and then, yay, this is the poster. There was going back and forth with Lucasfilm, and they had changes too.
They changed Grievous's lightsaber.
They changed the lightsaber. Originally, I thought it was better to have Obi-Wan on the other side to make it flip-flopped, but to
truly bookend it.
Right. Yeah. But they wanted to have it on the same side, which I'm totally fine with that. So there were some small changes, some small differences. Another interesting thing about the poster, there was a design that I liked better where Padme was holding out a blaster,
that's
just like Princess Leia was.
That's in the sketches.
Yeah. And she had the blaster droid blaster and it looked so amazing. And I had to open my big mouth and I had to say to Lucasfilm, just so you know, that, like, just in case this comes up later, Padme actually never uses a blaster in Revenge of the Sith. So we've got her holding a blaster as if she's about to shoot it, but that's just something that never happens in the movie. And they were instantly like, oh yeah, we got to scrap and have something else. Excuse me. So we changed that with Anakin's hand doing the force push, which is also very cool, but it looked rad with her holding, like she was like, like Tomb Raider or something with this awesome battle droid blaster.
It's such a huge deal. I have both of those posters in my downstairs living room.
Yeah, bookend. Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, that's awesome. So cool.
Such a huge deal to work on that.
So the next thing I wanted to chat about real quick, last week there was a big announcement right after we had our live stream, and that is the Peter Mayhew Foundation made the announcement that they executive produced, backed the Kickstarter campaign for Aladdin 3477. And for those of you who don't know who Peter Mayhew is, he's the actor who played Chewbacca
Right.
throughout the Star Wars series until he passed away.
He was in the original trilogy and
The prequel,
The prequel
trilogy,
trilogy,
and he was in The
and-
Force Awakens.
right. Yeah.
And his family is just amazing. His wife, Angie Mayhew, who you see right here. And what they do, this foundation does all kinds of relief for disasters and all kinds of stuff. The biggest thing that they do often is they deliver toys to children's hospitals, which is amazing. But they reserve a little bit of money every year to support artists. So in the past, they've done things where if there's artists that can't afford Artist Alley, they'll pay for it so
Really?
artists can get a tape. Like, it's amazing what they do. Anyway, for years I've done a lot of artwork for them, designing the coins.
Yeah.
Have you announced that yet or anything?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
So for 19th edition, that's coming
I
up.
picked up a coin. They did a beautiful coin that Matt did the artwork for, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I picked up two, one selfishly for me and one for you guys at 19th edition in a future, I think May the 4th giveaway. It's going to be awesome.
What is 19?
We'll get to that.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
We'll get to
But-
that soon.
So Peter Mayhew owned, and now it's his wife, owns a lot of your artwork.
Oh, he owns almost all of
Almost
it.
exclusively all of the
Yeah.
Chewbacca pieces that you've done,
Mhm.
which is a lot.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's really cool. And so the cool thing about this, they wanted Peter's name to live on as an executive producer of Aladdin 3477. Like, I'm just blown away.
Yeah.
And at first when they mentioned it, I was like, is there anything odd about this? And they said, listen, Stan Lee is continually
Sure.
an executive producer and probably will be
Yep.
as long as Marvel films are around. But and I just thought that was just amazing. And what a Wookiee hug. That is just like
Mhm.
that is just the
We should
coolest
mention
thing
that
ever.
Peter's been gone for 2012.
Is that
I
when?
think that's
Yeah.
when it was.
Gosh.
And so to have this, you must be, I mean, as a kid growing up playing Star Wars, watching Star Wars, seeing Chewie, he's executive producer on your film in his memory to Peter.
To Peter, James.
Just did that live.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. So next up, Paul, I want to talk about how we met really quick, but also one of the things before we even met, you've had so many jobs. You have such an interesting life. But one of the things is you used to be a magician.
Yeah.
And tell us about where you worked.
I worked for Frazetta's Fantasy Corner.
So my fans, did you hear that? You know who Frank Frazetta is, right?
I was actually at Frank's 50th birthday party. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I was there. I was there for that. I had just
Were
started.
you doing magic tricks there?
No.
Oh.
No, you know what? I probably did a few. I probably did.
That's
a few,
awesome.
Yeah. I don't think I ever did one for Frank though. That's too intimidating.
So
But I did. I worked for Frazetta's Fantasy Corner, and I was in charge of the magic counter. Which, as I was learning magic, I would go there to buy magic. Well, I bought everything they had, and Bill Frazetta, the guy who, Frank's son, said, "Do you want a job?" And I said, "Yes." And I'm working for the legendary Frazetta family. The museum was right upstairs, like
Wow.
originals upstairs.
Yeah.
Bill had like Frazetta sketches of like their kids and their family on like bulletin boards in their
Yeah.
office.
For anyone that doesn't know, Frank Frazetta, it has to be the godfather of fantasy illustration,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's inspired more than a few generations.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. So I used to do magic for them. I used to do balloon deliveries, right? I've been Batman. I've been all 4 Ninja Turtles and a stripping gorilla. I'm proud of that. I was gonna say I'm not proud, but I am proud. I used to strip down to a full-on gorilla suit
Yeah.
with a pink flamingo G-string.
I'm proud that you're proud of that.
Loud and proud, baby.
That is
Yeah.
so amazing.
Yeah, that was a fun
So-
job.
So real quick, I want to talk about how we met because I think some people might find inspiration in this. I think like the best thing I ever learned when I was a kid, and I didn't really know this at the time, but the best advice I ever got was from my mom, who said, if you want to soar like an eagle, don't hang around turkeys.
Oh, I like that.
So it kind of stuck with me. Excuse me. It kind of stuck with me. And so everywhere I would go, I just kind of would latch on to people that were really creative. And it wasn't just about people that were already doing it, but people that also had the same fire that I had.
Yeah.
I was just really drawn to that. And two heads are better than one. And you start building an empire,
Yeah.
you know? And so I remember, for me, we'll probably go back and forth with
Yeah.
this story, but for me, I was already working on official Star Wars art, but I was doing everything Star Wars that I could.
Everything and anything, right?
And there was this fanzine called Blue Harvest that was very popular among fans. And I think I had illustrated the cover, and I had noticed on the inside there was a writer who was doing interviews with the big writers like Timothy Zahn and
Kevin Anderson.
Kevin Anderson.
Yeah.
And I remember the name because it was 3 words and it just stood out to me. I kept seeing by Paul Michael Kane, and I just like, gosh, I don't know who this is, but he just sounds like, I really want to know who this guy is. Paul Michael Kane. It just sounds so fancy. So anyway, then one day I get a letter in the mail.
A letter.
And it might have said from Paul Michael, or may have said that on the return address. I can't remember, but all I remember when I pulled out the letter, it was like fancy letterhead, and it was like teal stone, and it had a golden border,
Yeah.
and then in gold, like metallic letters, it was like from the desk of Paul Michael Kane. And I was just like, wow.
Yeah, I remember
Like
that.
I was seriously impressed. I'm like, oh my, and I know exactly who this is because I've read his work. And I think it was just like, hey, I loved your work and I just wanted to say hi. It was just like that. And I was like, that is so nice.
Yeah,
that is so cool.
Your cover was amazing, and it was one of my first published works. And like your mom, I didn't want to just piddle around. I wanted to go straight for the top. So I wrote, and again, this is pre-internet, pre-email. Maybe email was like just on the cusp.
Mhm.
I would write to Timothy Zahn, Kevin Anderson, Michael Stackpole.
Mhm.
And I said, I'd like to interview you. Here's the list of questions. Then there were phone calls back and forth. Wrote the article. Blue Harvest loved it. Blue Harvest was like the best of the best fanzines.
Of course.
It was saddle stitched, beautiful. And then your cover was just gorgeous. So we started this campaign of just writing each other. And you wrote me, and you gave me all these like photocopies of your work. And you even did a sketch. And I actually still have those.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
have them
gosh.
in a manila envelope in one of my filing cabinets. But yeah, this was way before the internet. So then, years later, we go to Pittsburgh Comic-Con, my wife and I, and we were like fresh-faced, 20-somethings?
Yeah.
And I see this huge booth at the Comic-Con. I'm like, this thing is awesome.
Did I have lights back then?
You
And
did,
stuff?
yeah. And I recognized the artwork style immediately. And then I saw, did you do Planet Mad Entertainment back then? It wasn't Planet Mad.
It was probably just a giant Matt
Matt
Bush.
Yeah. So I walk up and I'm like, hey, Matt, I don't know if you remember me. My name is Paul Kane. And you're like, Paul Michael Kane?
No, I was probably like Paul Michael Kane. I wanted to make sure because if you're just Paul Kane, like I don't know who this
Move
guy
on,
is, but I was like, wait a minute, you don't mean Paul Michael Kane,
Yep, that
right?
was it. Yeah. Yeah. And I was so
Ah.
taken aback by that. And we started talking.
We were inseparable.
Yeah. After that, it was
Yeah.
just, we were there at every Pittsburgh Comic-Con, and
So many projects, and there's things that were like you had a project going on that I helped and did a piece for,
Yep.
like your Edgar Allan Poe book.
Yeah.
And then there were things that I had where you kind of helped with that. And then there's things where we just collabed together.
Yep.
So many things. We're going to talk about a bunch of them. First, I want to get to some comments.
Oh yeah, let's.
Sorry about that. I have a slight cough. I apologize. I haven't had a cough in over 3.5 years.
We got a thumbs up from Ted.
Thumbs up. That's good. All right. So Hans, I think he's replying to Yolanda. Thank you. Thanks a lot for your kind words. It looks like you're having a great time. Dave Todd chimes in. What up? Operating on Wizard Standard Time tonight. Lulls. Maybe that's laugh out louds. I took photography last semester with typography. What did I just say?
Photography.
Photography. With I should be wearing my glasses, but I'm not wearing my glasses. With Deanna Sheehan, and I thought it was really fun. Absolutely, awesome. She is fantastic, and she is designing the enamel pins for the Aladdin 3477 Kickstarter, and she designed the sticker sheet. There's other things that I haven't even announced yet that she's a part of, which is awesome. I just found out that Grievous was meant to be a rebuilt Darth Maul. There was some interview with Nick Gillard who talked about it. Interesting. Drew Struzan is a god. I would have to agree. Super. And you know what, though? He does not act like a god at all. He's one of the most humble people. I've had the opportunity to hang out with him several times, and just a really, really cool guy. Happy that I own Matt's early comics. That's right. Awesome. Zark and a lot of those comic books actually were the start of Aladdin 3477. That's where FIDGI comes from.
Figured out in 2019.
Yeah,
okay. Not that long ago. Okay.
That's awesome. Hi, Marilyn. Old One Take Norgrove says hello. That's right. Jeff Norgrove was, my gosh, rocked all of his takes. It was amazing. Hi, Marilyn. Marilyn says hi to everyone. Great interview. Awesome. Oh, we got more where this came from. Hi, Tammy. Zark is still functioning. Yes, he is. Zark is still operational. Guys with Michael in their name are cool. I would have to agree, Mike. Absolutely. Oh, thank you, Marilyn.
That's awesome.
Hearing our stories. Get well soon. I'm fine. I have a little tickle in my throat. It's not even that bad, but it's just enough that it is very annoying. That's exactly what it is. Hi, hello, Tammy. Hi, Mom. My mom says hi, Paul. Hi, Heather. Awesome. All right. So the next thing I wanted to go over is, let's see. Oh, I went to the wrong thing here. If I go here, I wanted to just show real quick.
Oh my God.
So this is Paul and I. This is probably just from 10 years ago. This isn't even, we have baby faces here, but gosh. This is only 10 years ago-ish.
Is that right?
Yeah, 10, 11 years ago, maybe. And then this is us a little bit more recent. This is us on the set of Aladdin 3477. This is on the Kong Chiam set. And Paul did an extensive photo shoot of that set and a lot of the cool stuff that was going on. And there's a way that some of this is probably going to be involved with something we're going to be announcing soon. So we'll be talking about that soon. Last week, I unveiled a new video that was Disney characters. Which Disney characters are in Aladdin 3477? The answer is none of them are actually in there. But it's a really great video because it talks about, if I say that right away, no one's going to watch the rest of the video. Right. But it's really cool because it kind of shows the similarities and the differences and kind of explains both Disney's version and my version kind of take from the original source material, but how both of us kind of change things up. And if you love the Disney version, be sure to look for this video on my YouTube channel because it's really interesting to see what the similarities and differences are. Next up, I wanted to talk about real quick, the Hollywood is Dead project was another thing that we collaborated on. And the reason I put this on here, you didn't do any of the typography on this one, but if you look closely, I actually dedicated this one to you. Oh, you remember? All right.
And that happens to be my favorite, Sean Connery.
Oh, really? So I had to just shred it and turn him into a zombie. So I've got just a handful of the ones that Paul was awesome enough. So Paul is a notorious photographer, which we're going to talk about.
Yep.
But earlier in your career, graphic design, in addition to writing,
Yep.
graphic design was one of the things that you were
Absolutely.
kind of, that you're still really
yep.
good at. And so you did a lot of the logos for my projects, Zombie Wars. This is on t-shirts now.
Yeah, and that's crazy.
Excuse me, which is licensed by Fright Rags, which does incredible shirts, the baseball jerseys.
Yep. And this all started with it was a release of a book.
Yes.
Red Harvest, which was it Red Harvest?
I don't
Death
know.
Troopers.
It was Death Troopers.
Death
yes.
Troopers. It was a departure for Star Wars. They went into the horror genre, and Pete asked some artists to draw zombies.
Yeah, just horror themed Star Wars stuff. And then I got to do the original set of Star Wars posters, which at the time was just the old trilogy, original trilogy, and the prequel trilogy.
And then you ran and did some amazing stuff with every other movie on the planet.
Well, one of the things I wanted to show is this is the finished thing that has your typography, both the credit block and the logo, but we would work back and forth. So this is my pencil sketch. And because I had to churn these out really quick, I would send you the pencil sketch so you knew exactly where everything was going to be. So you could go to town creating the logos, and then I was working on the painting. So by the time I was done with the painting, it was just, it would just kind of go right together.
You're good to go.
Yep. This has got the famous blood vomit to the face.
And did the blood vomit stay for Lucasfilm?
No, it did not. They took out the blood vomit, but it's in the book.
It's in the book.
It's in the coffee table art book. Of course, the Corpse Wars, Tomb
Oh,
Riser.
That was a fun one.
And yeah, just a lot of fun. We need to talk real quick about the trailer because last week the trailer surpassed 2 million views. It's only been a month. It's been less than a month. It's been just like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So just awesome and incredible. Thank you guys for sharing the trailer, checking it out. Everyone's real excited about it. And then why am I showing this? Oh, the reason I'm showing this is because I also unveiled last week, for those of you that refuse to turn your phone sideways so that you can watch it all panoramic, I unveiled, it's on the Aladdin 3477 YouTube page, but you can check out the trailer version. And I think it's also on my Instagram as a reel, and maybe on the Aladdin Instagram as well. But you can kind of see it in all its vertical glory, which it's not the same, but it's, at least it fills up the phone a little bit more when you watch it this way. Now, the Recreate My Trailer contest, it wrapped last week, Thursday. There are 12 entries that are fantastic. If you want to see all 12 entries, you have to go to my Aladdin 3477. You can kind of see it here, the YouTube page, and the second playlist down is the Recreate My Trailer contest entries. And you can see first it's just got the contest video, and then the next 12 videos are all of the entries. And it's really neat because we even got some cast and crew that did some of the videos. And some of you might be like, wait, they got to do videos? But honestly, they had no advantage because they were either re-editing what was already there or they were using household items. They didn't have the props or the costumes or anything. They really had no advantage. So it's really neat to see some of the work that they did, including James, who did one as well, who did the J.J. Abrams trailer.
Because I got to see them.
Oh, that's right. We actually watched all of them in the home theater. So we watched them nice and big on the movie screen. It was awesome.
It was awesome. It was really cool to see some of those.
Super cool. We're going to get to some comments really quick. And then we are going to talk real quick about, actually, let's talk about it right now. Since we talked about the movie theater, Paul also got to see the first film, Aladdin 3477, The Djinn of Wisdom.
I got to see it before some of the cast got to see it, right?
Cast.
Let me tell you. Okay.
Yeah, I want to hear no spoilers.
No spoilers.
Yeah, but I want to hear what your thoughts.
I haven't had that much fun watching a movie in a long time. And I think a lot of it has to do with my good friend Matt made this movie. But to see it finally after 13 years, you've been
Since I'd been brainstorming and everything,
and then what, 4 or 5 years putting it together?
5 years filming, and then that was also 4 years ago that we finished filming.
I went in with no expectations because I know you and I know how much of your heart and soul you pour into your projects. And because I've seen your other efforts, when I saw this, I knew you surpassed your own expectations because it's fun. It's fun. Too many times I go to the movies and I see something, I'm like, well, that wasn't really fun. That wasn't, and I don't go to the movies to see something that's gonna make me sad. I go for fun. And this was fun. I smiled through the whole thing. I think my cheeks.
I was sitting in the back, so I wasn't, not to be a creeper, I wasn't like staring at you the whole time, but something would happen. I just wanted to see like what you were, and I don't think there was a time where your cheeks weren't like that.
See, and I know like the influence you've had, the influences you've watched and soaked in, and to see that translated into some of the scenes that you shot, and I know exactly where you picked up on this, and then you put your own spin on it, and it was a pure delight to watch. And I can't wait for you guys to watch it because here it is 2023, right? And you're doing what George Lucas did way back in 1974, 75, right? You're kit bashing, you're on a shoestring budget, right? You're filming with friends and family. Your dad helped you build most of the set. Your other dad helped you build most of it. It was phenomenal. I really enjoyed it. I know not only did I get to watch it, my wife got to watch it, and our kiddo got to watch it. And they were all, I mean, I could see my kiddo going like this, and I never see her doing that. Never.
Yeah.
So she was really excited. I was really excited. My wife was thrilled. It was really good. I can't wait to see the next 2.
Yeah.
He filmed 3.
And and not to downplay the first one, but the second film is my favorite. And the third film, James is in all of them, but the main character that James plays is in the second one. But and the third one gets absolutely crazy. But honestly, I think the second one is
it's your Empire Strikes Back, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So and we were on set for a day and a half, right? We got there at a night shoot, which was awesome. And then we filmed the next day, and Heather, my wife, and my kiddo and I were extras.
Yeah.
We even got to see ourselves in the background, which was hysterical. But to have watched that day of filming and to see the finished product, to see James as the noodle master, was to see it on the big screen in your theater. It was a theater experience.
Yeah.
Was just a huge delight. It was
awesome.
really, really cool. And this whole month I've been waiting to get here, and I kept forgetting I'm going to get to see the movie. I just wanted to see my friend, but I kept forgetting we're going to actually get to see the movie.
Yeah.
And then last night we were hanging out with cast and crew, and I told some people that I saw the movie, and they were like, "What?"
Yeah, they were not. They were
I didn't
happy
know
about
I was
that.
supposed to say that, but yeah, it was a thrill to finally see. And
awesome.
it was really good. It was fun.
And that's coming from Paul Michael Kane.
It is. It is.
I almost want to cry
teal stone with the gold letters.
Gosh.
No, that was awesome. Thank you, man.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Let's get to some comments really quick. We have so much to unveil. Oh my gosh, so many cool things. But I want to hear some fun things that you guys have to say. Let's see, where are we? Where did I leave off?
I don't know. I see some.
Oh, here we go.
On there.
Mike Bird says, "Great picture. Thank you."
The 2 of
Gosh, you guys look so young.
Yeah.
How do we look now? Love that poster. Very nice. I think Paul shared some bits from Hollywood is Dead in one of his videos. Fascinating stuff. Awesome. Thank you. You guys are creative geniuses. Thank you.
See, Mike's trying to butter me up to get him the prizes.
Oh, all right.
Let's try, Mike.
Hey, it works for me. That's for sure. You should come to Fan Expo Dallas. I used to go to Fan Expo all the time back in the day. In fact, I've designed at least a poster for Fan Expo.
That one.
Love Dallas. I was actually there not last year, but the year before with my girlfriend Casey, because I have artwork at the Galactic Gallery in
We were
Dallas.
just talking about that.
Yeah, and
Right
we
next
went
to
there.
who were you right next to?
Oh, Olivia.
Olivia.
Yeah,
Holy cow.
Olivia on one side and Dave Dorman on
Oh
the
my
other
God.
side. I know. I was
That's
like,
good
oh, I
company
feel
right
so
there.
special. Like
the one with
what?
Grogu on the rock.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay, I
yeah.
remember
That's
that.
that's exactly it. Which is awesome. Love Dallas. Can't wait to come back. And of course, we have to visit Buc-ee's, the gas station, whenever we're in Texas. All right. Hi, Mom Bush. Oh, LOL. My gosh, Matt and I still have a few of your Zark comics. I treasure those cool middle school memories. We always had so much fun enjoying your comics. The great Indiana Jones movies. You guys made, that's right, bouncing on the trampoline with the sprinkler under it. We used to have a trampoline. We would put sprinklers under it so they would shoot through the net. So you'd be jumping, but also water is going, and it's completely dangerous, super slippery. But man, we loved it. And of course, Battle of the Bands weekends, my band, Free Spirit and Passion with Scott Conney.
Nice.
We used to play, and Marilyn always used to come out, always supported us back then, still supports us now. Always had the best ideas, make sure we always had so much fun at your house. Awesome memories, Marilyn. Thank you so much for sharing. Is there any way to buy the Hollywood is Dead book? I was in the hospital during the entire campaign when it came out. Yes, you can get the Hollywood is Dead book on mattbushstore.com. But if you have supported the Kickstarter campaign, it's actually one of the add-ons, and it's a little bit cheaper. So if you want to get it a little bit cheaper, if you back the Kickstarter, that is a good way to add it on. Jeff Norgrove, me too. Brilliant interview. Thank you. Wait, am I interviewing you or are you interviewing me?
I don't know.
Maybe that's why it's brilliant,
Yeah.
because it's back and forth. All right. Do you also have a you know what? That's a great question. I do. I have a split-second cameo in the first movie.
Yep.
I have a split-second cameo in the third movie. In the second movie,
We got to see that.
let me just say this: my cameo is rockin'. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, it's pretty
I
good.
have a pretty epic cameo that we'll talk about. Excuse me, as we get closer to
Oh, I only know that one.
that film.
You have two other cameos?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's they're blinking, you'll miss them.
Okay.
Blinking, you'll miss them. All right. Oh my gosh, guess what? We get to share the next FIDGI toy variant. Can't wait. Aladdin 3477. So you guys have seen, this is the first, for those of you that are new here, there are FIDGI Designer toys, and you can kind of see in the little camera here, these are FIDGI, and there's 6 different variants. These are the first 4. This is the regular FIDGI that you're most likely to get. This is what FIDGI looks like in the movie.
So
The next
FIDGI is Aladdin's sidekick for those.
Yes. So instead of Abu
Right.
on his shoulder, this is a robot that kind of floats around next to his
that
shoulder.
you designed. That is absolutely adorable.
Yes. And he does have a radio head. Aladdin recycles. He builds, manufacturing is dead in the future, so he recycles stuff out of junk of the past. So this is the standard FIDGI. This is inverse FIDGI. So inverse FIDGI is the same colors of FIDGI, but inversed. Kong Cham FIDGI. The image on the screen doesn't do it justice. The colors of Kong Cham FIDGI are beautiful,
Vibrant.
and it looks like the Kong Cham figure. Next up is the Red Star FIDGI, which looks like the Red Star Slag Warrior. And I am so excited to share with you guys the new FIDGI, which is Ninja FIDGI.
No way.
I knew James would just love this figure. Look at the little red
Look at that.
accents. Look at the red tramp stamp.
Oh, look at that red kanji. Oh, look. Wow.
This is just, if there were
Wow.
ever a FIDGI that was a master of stealth, this is it.
Ninja FIDGI.
And you have to imagine now his mask. I just realized, just thinking about it, his mask isn't a normal ninja mask.
Right.
This is like instead of white tighty whities, imagine a black pair of tighty whities over his head, but then the holes are like where his eyes. Am I right? Am I right?
Absolutely.
It's so cool. Oh,
I
it's,
knew James
it's
would be
like the
like,
other
this
way you
is
don't
my
need
thing.
one. Oh, God.
This is the new FIDGI. So here is what's up. If you want one of these FIDGIs, they come in a blind box. I actually have some. I'm not showing the entire box yet because it'll be spoilers if I show all of it. But I have some of the box pieces here, and there are 6 different ones. And if you support at the 3rd swag box on the Kickstarter for Aladdin 3477, if someone could do me a favor in the comments and leave a link to the Kickstarter, that would be amazing, because it'll make it easy for anyone who hasn't been to the Kickstarter yet to just click on it. If you want one of these FIDGIs, if you support at the 3rd tier, which is called FIDGI's Find, is that what it's
I
called?
think so, yeah.
FIDGI's Find. You get one of these for free, but it comes in a blind box. You don't know which one you're going to get.
Yeah.
Also, once you support the Kickstarter period, you can get these as add-ons. But again, you don't know which one you're getting. So there's 2 ways. If you want all 6, and we've only unveiled 5 of them. If you want all 6, there is an add-on to get all 5. Or if you support the campaign at the, oh my gosh, is it the Sky Sale? Maybe I have it on here. No, I don't. Whoops, that's a sneak peek of what we're talking about next. If you support, I think it's at Aladdin's Inner Circle. Yes, it is at Aladdin's Inner Circle.
Yep.
You get all 6 designer toys of FIDGI, and you're guaranteed to get all 6. That's in addition to the one that you get in the 3rd swag box anyway. So really, you're getting 7, 1 mystery, which you don't know who it's going to be. You could give that to a friend, and you're going to get 1 of each of the 6. Next week, I am going to be unveiling the entire box. So you're going to see what the rest of the box looks like, which has spoilers on it, obviously, but can't wait to share that with you guys. The FIDGI toys are just so much fun. Really, really cool.
I got to ask you, because you and I grew up on Star Wars, playing
Yes.
with the toys,
Yeah.
all of them, right? What is it like to have your own designs made into a toy?
You know what? It is so cool. And especially because I remember making FIDGI, and I remember we were so behind. I was literally painting FIDGI the morning before. We were in the middle of nowhere, and I had to run to the nearest Home Depot. It was over an hour away. Excuse me, in Ludington, Michigan. And I had to leave at like 5 in the morning so I could be there before it opened at 7 to get some metallic spray paint for like some of the little etches and little dings and scrapes and stuff. Then I had to drive to a gas station to get a toothbrush to kind of do the detail work.
Yep.
And literally a half hour before we were filming with FIDGI, I was like, and we were in the middle of the woods, and here I was, I had FIDGI on a tripod, and I'm adding the details, and was like, all right, let's go. And we filmed the first scene with FIDGI, like right then. It was bananas. So like, I remember like finding the CD player that was going to be the head, and we need to put in lights. I have all these memories, but to see it now
Like
in this collectible figure, like this isn't just FIDGI, like this is like my life. This is like, it's so cool.
It
And it's just so
represents something huge.
and it's just so neat seeing the different color variations. Like sometimes I look at the other ones and I'm like, why wasn't FIDGI this color? Like this is so neat looking.
And
And I know I've said it before, but it's just a lot of people, they think they get their vinyl toys and like, oh, we know what vinyl figures are like. Like, no. I have said time and time again how cool these are,
Yep.
but until they actually physically get to touch one, you're
right?
never going to know just the satisfying weight,
The weight.
the feel, and it's just the quality of this vinyl figure. Just,
Yeah.
And this
Look at
is this is a normal 3-inch vinyl figure, which you can see there. It's actually a little bit shorter, but this is a true 3-inch figure, and you can see like the height difference. And then look at the side. Look how skinny this one is compared to the girth of this FIDGI right here. And then the weight.
That's a really good word. There's a
girth?
lot of girth to it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you feel the weight, right? You
Yeah.
feel the
I mean, oh, you can't even compare them.
yeah. And then I know these are meant to be like not have a lot of detail, and that's part of the charm of these dunnies. But obviously, you look at the detail, and then you look at the detail, the buttons. You can see all the little.
You
It's,
tell me that that's not charming. Oh, you little beautiful little. Oh.
Yeah, I think you hit James's
Mhm.
spot.
Yeah,
I can only imagine what the sixth one is like. This is wild.
isn't it cool?
So cool.
So here's the thing. I'm glad you brought that up, James. I'm actually not going to be unveiling during the Kickstarter. I'm not going to unveil the sixth one. On the box, it actually doesn't show what the sixth one is. I'm leaving that for you guys
Oh,
because I want the internet to share the excitement of what the sixth figure
That's
is.
pretty cool.
that's a clutch move.
Yeah, that is.
Mildly infuriating, but I respect it. I respect that decision.
Wow. That's awesome.
All right. So you know what? This is so. I wonder if I do this.
Oh,
Does that? Oh
worried
no,
about
that.
the glare.
Yeah, I was just curious if that. No, that because we didn't have glare
No,
as
we
much
didn't.
earlier. I don't know what
was
we
it
did
It's
green
the,
different.
it's the
last
extra
time?
bald head.
That was green before.
Was it? Oh,
I'm
Yeah,
not
no,
sure why.
it
No,
wa-
I don't know.
Yeah, I did notice it's a little different this time.
I generally travel with the haze.
Yeah, that's true. The radiance coming off of
Right.
Paul
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
is just-
All right. So what I want to talk about next is I want to get into a little bit of Paul's career, which is going to trail into something Aladdin 3477 that we're real excited to share. Actually, we should go to some comments really quick
Oh, yeah.
because some people might be asking.
Why is there a green haze around? Paul?
Excellent interview. Do I also have a cameo? Okay. Ninja FIDGI is so cool. I have to agree. Ninja FIDGI is awesome. I knew it would be James' favorite. And I really dig it too. And it's in theme with the whole Asian aesthetic that you see a lot in Aladdin 3477. Mike Heston says, yes, love it. It is super cool. That's a great question. Which FIDGI is the rarest so far? The rarest FIDGI is the one that we're not showing yet.
Okay.
That one is the most rare. And then the other ones are all kind of in the middle. Ninja FIDGI is a little bit more rare. That's a little bit harder to get. That's not the rarest, but it is it's medium rare.
That's a great question.
Oh yeah, Ninja FIDGI for the win. Absolutely. Ninja FIDGI's color scheme is so nice.
Yep.
Yeah, I dig it. It really works. I just think it's so adorable and it's just super stealth. And it's just ready to
I'm just thinking of what that
assassinate.
Talent or something.
Yeah, Ninja FIDGI rocks. Ninja FIDGI.
Yeah, right. I think Ninja FIDGI.
Of course, James would love this. It's so close to inverse panda FIDGI. Yeah, I knew that. You know what? And my nickname for this isn't Ninja FIDGI. My nickname for this is James FIDGI. Because this is James. All of James' clothes are basically this. It's black, maybe little accents of gray, but definitely little accents of red.
Definitely black with some asymmetrical white trim, just because we're classy like that.
Love it. And so I nicknamed this James FIDGI.
I love it.
I'm
Yeah.
honored.
And this is like some of the bling, some of the gray, and like this is like some of the buttons and the pins and
blast.
stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Love it. There you
There you
go.
go.
Brittany says hi.
Hi, Brittany.
Have to head out. Good night, Ted. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for sharing. Glare could be from the lens. It's from an iPhone, so I don't know if I need to wipe it down or I don't know. Maybe
You have a microphone?
maybe there's not handy. I've got paper towels. Oh my gosh, look at would y'all
James's
look
magic
at this? No, wow, look how clear that
Wow.
is.
Yeah. Oh no. No.
James,
I
why
like-
didn't you do that right away?
Because I
Really
thought
bad?
this was
Yeah,
the
we
effect
look-
you wanted for
Can you
it.
bring back the J.J. Abrams effect?
I thought you just knew something I didn't.
And here's the funny thing. Of course, it's Eric Steele.
Yeah.
It's Aladdin, who is like not only a master in front of the camera
Right.
playing Aladdin, He's a master behind the camera. And every time we had a technical difficulty, I would call for 5. He would go to get like a bagel and coffee, and he would come back in and he would kind of whisper in, "This is what you do, guys." And then he'd quietly back away, and we'd be like, "Thanks, Aladdin."
I'm adding Eric to my.
The only reason I was
contacts list.
the only reason I was over here was because I didn't want the bush streaks to like cut Paul out. So,
Glare from the bush light. Those are super cool. They are. Ninja FIDGI is the shiz.
Nice.
Yes. LOL. Hold on. Was that a full-size Star Wars character behind James? James, I think you need to show the full-size Star Wars character. Christy says hi. Boba Fett. Justin, you're going to meet Boba Fett when you're here for the red carpet experience. So for those of you that don't know, one of the add-ons is a red carpet experience where you can come. I don't pay for your travel expenses, but if you can make it to the southeastern Michigan area, you can. And if you get the add-on, you can watch the film before anyone else. You get special thanks on IMDb, and you get to see it in my home theater with me, hang out, talk shop. You get a tour of my house with all my studios and everything, the library upstairs.
Oh my
It's
gosh,
a lot of fun. And you get to see my life-size Star Wars collection, and I will make you candy bar drinks. So that is that's the add-on, the red carpet experience. Better view now. Thanks. Yes, it's nice and crystal clear.
I can't believe
Thanks,
it took us this long.
Can't wait to get Boba in person. Yeah, Boba's good for selfies too. Awesome. All right, so what I want to talk about now, I want to get a little bit into, so Paul, a little bit later in your career, you were known as a writer, putting all kinds of cool books and stuff together. You were doing graphic design, and then you discovered photography.
Well, I've always been a photographer.
Oh,
Film days, yeah, absolutely. My high school science teacher, Mr. Horsfield, got me interested in photography. I developed black and white film. I'm fairly certain all the chemicals is why I lost my hair. It's a joke.
Oh,
everybody.
okay.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, I've always been interested in photography, and with film, it was expensive, right? Every time you clicked the shutter, it was like 35 cents. Then you got to get the film process. With digital, I just jumped right back into it hard, and with the purpose of saving historic locations. Casey, I think your man friend is. So yeah, I would photograph these awesome abandoned locations with the hope of saving some of them. And this was my first book, Eastern Captured the Ruins of Eastern State Penitentiary, which was not in need of saving, but it was a great start to my career shooting this place, one of the most haunted places in America. But it launched a career of saving historic locations here in America.
wow.
Yeah, I actually helped save a quarantine facility in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, which is where Eastern State is. And thank you. We saved a piece of American history. The 1799 Lazaretto is being restored because
Wow.
in small part due to my photography.
God,
Wow.
you're so cool.
Oh, thank you.
The thing that I love about, and you do all kinds of photography that's amazing, but one of the things that is one of your fortes is you do a lot of, some people call it urban porn, I think.
Urban
What?
exploration.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
I've heard people call it urban porn,
okay.
but it's like you are like a master at finding things that are like decayed and falling apart, and you find the beauty in them. And I just want to say real quick, and I want to hear your thoughts on it, but one of my favorite quotes of all time, I actually heard from you. Actually, I'll let you say the quote. It's from Jonathan Swift,
Yep.
which is,
Who wrote Gulliver's Travels. He said, vision is the art of seeing what's invisible to others.
and that is like, that is so profound. Even to me with Aladdin 3477, almost everything that I did, like with kit bashing, was
Right.
just finding random junk. And like, if I cut this in half, wait, if I turn this upside down, like most people would look at this, like just throw it away. That's garbage.
Right, yeah.
But I was like, man, if you do this, look at this is like a cool starship.
Yeah.
Like that's amazing,
Yeah,
you know?
yep.
And
Absolutely.
it really is. Vision is the art of seeing what's invisible to others. I love that.
And vision is what separates.
Another robot.
Look at that.
It looks like another robot.
It does. Good call, James.
Have you ever shot the Eloise Insane Asylum?
No, I did Penhurst.
Okay.
I did an abandoned abbey where I saved a blessed by the Pope cross.
Wow.
Right. So I'm not a particularly religious person, but I have tremendous respect for all religions. And I shot a place, it was an abbey that was decommissioned. And when you decommission an abbey, you have to take all of the relics out because they are blessed. And we're in the basement in the boiler room, and there was still a cross there. And an archbishop of our area saw the cross in my pictures and said, wait a minute, we need that cross. It's been blessed. So they reclaimed the cross because of my pictures, that's mind-blowing. That is absolutely, and I call it photography with a purpose, saving bits of American history, bits of religious significance. It's awesome. I love it. And yeah, it's shooting in really cool places. Detroit has some really amazing locations, right?
Yeah.
That are abandoned, that are falling apart.
And we filmed Aladdin 3477
Yeah.
in a lot of them.
Yeah. Which is not the safest thing to do, I'm sure.
It's not the safest thing. And we're very lucky because one of the major places we filmed in, the historic Packard plant, which is this huge automotive plant that has been deserted for, I think, over 50 years. It's just now, it might even already be leveled to the ground, but we were lucky enough to film in it. And it's also where they filmed Batman v Superman and the Transformers films and everything. So it's just an awesome location. We were lucky enough to film in it. But it was crazy because when we filmed in it, there's a bridge that kind of connects. There's two halves of it, and it's tons of buildings, but there's this giant bridge that goes in between, which I had walked across several times. And less than 6 months after we filmed there, and there's a road that goes, and the bridge just collapsed out of nowhere onto the road. No one was hurt. It was like at 3 a.m, and there was
Wasn't that
whatever.
our base camp that one day?
Base camp?
Yeah, where we set up set up all like the food.
It's
and
real
under
close,
it?
but it's not. But
okay.
there wasn't actually like on that bridge. I wanted to share real quick, just for those of you that are familiar with my work. Some of the photos that Paul has taken of me over the years. This right here, this is old school. Remember this?
Yes.
This is my arms aren't even fully tatted up at that point. This is one of my, the thing about Paul, he is like a master at making me look so cool. And man, I just look so cool there. And then this still gets a lot of mileage when people want photos.
Look at your arm.
Yeah, it's not fully filled in yet, but a lot of times I send people a lot of photos for magazine articles and everything, and I send them newer photos. I send them, older, some of these. This is one they pick over and over because it shows what I'm doing in the artwork, and it's just a really hat. I'm wearing a fun hat, super fun. So anyway, what I wanted to get into next is, actually, I should have left that up. I wanted to talk real quick about our Detroit. And this is an article. So real quick, I want to talk about why this is so monumental to me. So I used to live in Los Angeles. Well, I'm from the Detroit area, but in the 90s, I lived in Los Angeles.
Which is where we corresponded.
Right. That's where we lived, or that's where I lived originally. Then as soon as I moved back, there's a lot of different Michigan newspapers, obviously, and radio and everything. So since I've been back, there isn't a radio station I haven't been on that isn't like rock and roll or alternative or something cool. There isn't a television station that I haven't been on. There isn't a newspaper that I haven't been in for all the different things that I've been involved with. And, I shoot out press releases. There's one thing that never bit, and it's called Our Detroit Magazine. It's a glossy magazine. It's very ritzy. It's very... I call it crate and barrel. So if you go to the mall, Our Detroit is like crate and barrel.
I get it.
But the reason I was probably never in it is because I'm more hot topic. Hot Topic and Crate and Barrel, just like it's like oil and water,
Yeah,
right? So
okay.
every time, like I just never got a bite from Our Detroit. And it was like, I get it. I can't really. Why would they put me in their, in their glossy, just magazine? Someone left a comment and said, because you're not a plastic surgeon or or what, I forget what
Or a
other,
lawyer,
or a
like
lawyer
looking
or
to
something like,
advertise.
for advertising or whatever. So fair enough, whatever. But I've always wanted to get in. Finally, Our Detroit wrote this really, really cool article on me. And actually the main photo that they used was taken by Paul Michael Kane, which is just awesome. Super, super cool. And with that, I think it's time to talk about the big project you and I are doing coming up regarding Aladdin 3477. So
Yeah.
this is another big announcement for my Aladdin 3477 peeps. So as you guys know, there are 4 major swag boxes. And when you guys go to the Kickstarter, hopefully someone has left a link to the Kickstarter page, hopefully, that's easy to click on and check it out. If not, hopefully someone can do that. Oh, there we go. Casey McGrath did it. Thank you, Casey.
Thank you,
So if
Casey.
you go and click on that, you will see the Kickstarter. There's 4 major swag boxes. And the cool thing about them, I know this is 2023, but this is really the year of 3477. And what you can do is you can back all these different swag boxes. If you get the first tier, you only get the first swag box, which comes out in the spring, comes out in like April. If you get the second tier, you get that first swag box in the spring, but then you get swag box number 2 in the summer. There's a third swag box in the fall. There's a fourth one where you get obviously all 4, and then you get the fourth one in December.
That's the one you want.
That's the one you want. So what's cool, when you look at the rewards, there's actually 8 items that you get in each swag box.
That's
and I
amazing.
show what 4 of the items are. There's also 4 hidden items that you don't know what they are. Tonight, I'm unveiling what 4 of those items are. We're going to unveil what one of those items are in each of the 4 swag boxes.
Yep.
Listening.
So interested. So in the first swag box, which comes out in the fall, basically, I guess we'll say it this way. There is a cool
Spring,
spring. So what did I say?
spring, fall.
Oh, fall. Okay. In the spring, there is a really cool Paul Michael Kane
Thing.
prize. There's actually going to be a Paul Michael Kane thing in each of the 4 swag boxes.
Yes.
So if you want all 4, you have to get at least the first 4 swag boxes.
Can I be really vague about the first? Is it the spring?
Yeah, yeah.
Which is the one that's rolled?
That's the summer.
Summer. Okay.
So the first one in the fall, we're not going to reveal what the
Spring,
content
spring,
is. Oh my
James,
gosh.
it's-
The first one in the spring. Wait, hold on a second.
Yeah, there you go.
The first one in the spring is what's called a chapbook.
Yeah.
What is a chapbook?
So a chapbook goes all the way back to like Charles Dickens, who used to release chapter books of his works. So we've shortened it, call it chapbooks, and we're going to do a chapbook of my photography and Aladdin 3477 stuff.
Yeah. So for those of you who might be like, a chapbook, well, I don't like to read. There's not going to be many words at all, right? There might be a little bit like
Yeah,
describing
an
some stuff.
introduction,
Yeah.
maybe.
But it's going to be photos, amazing photos. And is there going to be something else, like when you open it up on the inside, something special?
There might be a metallic,
Oh, that's a surprise.
maybe a print,
Okay.
maybe a metallic print. Metallic print. This thing is, I'm going to go.
Yeah.
All right. It is a metallic print. This thing is archival.
Yeah.
It lasts like 200 years before it starts fading. Like,
Wait, so it won't last to 3477?
you know what? I'm going to put in a special request.
It'll last to 2177.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll be there long after we're gone.
Okay. Oh, 2277.
2277.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is, the print quality is like the first time you see an HD TV in a print. It's going to be amazing. You're going to love it.
Yeah.
You're going to absolutely love it. Can we talk about the summer one?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Well, first, let's talk about the
The chapbook.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, well, yeah, the chapbook. Okay, so then in the summer's going to be cool because there is going to be, and we're not going to say what it is, but there is going to be a deluxe print.
Oh my God. So I've been waiting since, what did we talk about? We said 1983
Yeah,
to make this image. And it is, I'm not even going to say anything.
Yeah.
We can't. But
when you see it, it's so cool.
and we should do like a social media post where we do like a side-by-side.
Oh yeah.
Of what it was inspired by.
Well, what we'll do, we'll have you on as a guest. I can have you on as a guest in the other window.
Yes.
So we'll have you back.
Okay.
You won't be standing right next to me,
Well,
but you'll be in the other. It'll be like this. But
Okay.
you'll be in you'll be on the East Coast.
I could come out here.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
But again, it is an image that I've been waiting since 1983 to make, and we already made it.
Yeah.
We did it.
And it's going to be signed by you.
Yep.
And it's going to be signed by me.
Yep. And it's going to be epic. You're gonna want this image.
And you're going to get this in swag box number 2. Now, already, like in the first swag box, you're getting the official collector's edition book. You're getting the Aladdin minifig.
Yep.
You're getting a FIDGI enamel pin designed by Deanna Sheehan. You are getting a t-shirt of your choice. That's just the first swag box plus 4 items. One of those 4 items is the chapbook.
Yep.
Plus, there are already 2 thank you gifts that you're getting for free. So you're not just getting 8 items, you're actually getting 10 this April. Then in the summer, if you get at least up to the second swag box, you are going to get the 4 items listed in that. It's called Jin's Wise Choice. You're going to get the movie poster, but also you are going to get this limited edition print. It's going to be awesome.
Yep.
Signed by Paul Michael Kane.
And Matt Bush.
Signed by me. Then for both the 3rd swag box and the 4th swag box, we are going to have
2 more chapbooks.
Yeah. So what they are, we're not revealing yet. It's going to be cool, but these chapbooks are going to be amazing. They are going to have a cool metallic print on the inside.
Each one.
They're going to be signed by you.
Yep.
And they are just really, really cool. Also, I should mention in the 4th swag swag box,
Yep.
there is, by the way, the 3rd swag box is where you get one of the FIDGIs. The 4th swag box is where you get the Blu-ray for the movie, for watching the movie. And in the 4th swag box, that's where you get the art of Aladdin 3477. It's a hardcover coffee table art book. It's got so much artwork, but it also is going to have some behind-the-scenes photos, all kinds of stuff. I can't wait for you guys to see it. Oh my gosh, so much fun stuff.
Amazing. Yeah, really. I mean, you're jam-packed with amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Amazing swag.
It is going to be so cool. I cannot wait for you guys. And plus, there's still, for each of these swag boxes, there are 3 items. You guys don't even know what these are yet. I can't wait to share what these items are.
Nice.
Mystery.
Yeah.
You know what? We almost forgot to do, speaking of mystery.
You mentioned it. Oh, no. Oh, right.
You promised. We talked about a magic trick earlier, and you didn't grace us. You have to tell us what this is.
Okay, so this is a gift for Matt, who is a huge J.J. Abrams fan.
It's really a gift for me?
This is for you, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I want you to open it, so you have to tear it into it from the back.
What if I don't want to tear it open? Look at this. I mean, this is what J.J. Abrams is all about.
J.J. Abrams produced a deck of cards with my favorite playing card publisher, Theory 11. And they are exquisite cards. So let's try to tear into these without really going crazy.
Wait, if you add the number of letters in Theory to 11, does that make 19?
I don't know. I've had whiskey and vodka today. Look at these.
17.
Look at this. Thank you, James.
What's on the back?
Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Right?
That is cool.
So J.J. Abrams,
Yeah.
beautiful deck of cards. All right.
You need a
Crack
little
these
knife or
open. Yeah, I
something?
need a little.
I might have one here. Let's see.
I'm a magician and I can't get the cards open.
Like this.
All right,
Is
two
that
grown
part of-
men,
Is that part of the mystery?
one deck of cards. Who will win?
There you go.
All right. very
Two
good.
men, one
Wait,
day.
we're still gonna need that, yeah. All right, so these are a gift for you, but I will attempt a magic trick with these. So
I love this, and this packaging is just so nondescript. It's almost like the Dharma Initiative, just a single question mark.
did you make the knife disappear?
Yeah. Oh, you
Yeah,
need
no,
that
I
in?
still need.
Oh, all right.
I need to slice. I want to slice open the seal so
Oh,
it stays
sealed for our
nice.
protection.
There we go. All right. So I have not done. Oh yeah. Okay, so we've got some like Joker-ish style cards. Look at that, Bad Robot, which is J.J. Abrams' production company.
What?
Yeah,
That's the Joker?
that's just like an ad card.
Oh, okay.
Now, if I do this right, oh boy, Jokers, more Jokers. Okay, there's the Ace of Spades. If I do this right, there's nothing on those cards. Well, I didn't do it quite right. Sleight of hand is problematic when you've had whiskey and vodka. There's nothing on the cards, right?
Yeah.
Like this. And what?
Wait.
Should I teach this one? I could teach this one. It's a skill. It's a skill. It's all about the fan. So if you do the fan from your right hand, what? There's nothing on there. If you do it from the left hand, there they all are. And all it is there's no pips on the other side. But you have to be stone cold sober to do it right.
Dude, I'm your biggest fan. That's amazing.
Right. Oh, see,
Look at the
that's what I'm
fluid
talking
movement
about.
on that.
So yeah. So here's the cool part about cards. I love playing cards. 52 cards in a deck.
Hmm.
No one card alike, right? Although we have four.
And also, there is no one card. There's no like card with number one on it.
So all right, let me see if I can do this. You got this, James?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to pick.
Fidgis are watching. You have a captive audience here.
I'm going to pick 4 random cards. I'm not even going to look at them.
Really like to look at it.
All right. All right, 4 cards. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. James is on camera, so this is going to be extremely nerve-wracking for me because this is all about angles. All right, we have 1 card, Ace of Spades.
How did you do that?
I just picked the Ace of Spades.
Oh,
All right, now Matt, I want you to put your hand right over that Ace of Spades right there.
okay.
Now, 52 cards, no 2 cards are alike, right?
Yeah.
What do we have? Wait, Ace of Spades. We're going to put that right there. Watch, James, watch. Real careful.
Wait,
right?
what?
Ready?
What,
What do we got? What do we got?
Ace of
Ace of
spades.
Spades goes right there. Sorry, put that right under you. What do we got now?
Ace of
Ace
spades.
of Spades.
What?
Wait. I can't.
That was amazing. You turned them all back.
Wait, hang on. Wait. I was literally here watching this. Like there was no witchcraft involved.
No, it's all sleight of hand. Should
That's
I teach it?
amazing.
Should I teach it? Should I give it away?
No, you should do. Do you have another or one more
Oh, I do.
or another
I could,
or
yeah.
a couple more?
I could do one really quick one.
Well, let's see what people. You guys want to see more magic tricks? We got more. We got so much fun stuff to
It
share.
was right in front of my face, and I didn't even catch it.
Do they want to see more?
I'm sure that. I mean, let's do at
Eric-
least another one or
Eric
two.
will want to see more.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to do what's called the Turkish shuffle. I learned this when I was in Turkey.
For real?
All right, I'm going
You
to
learned
do
this when you were eating turkey?
Yes, that's
Okay.
it. All right, James, you need to tell me when to stop. I'm going to do a shuffle. You
Okay.
tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Not looking, not looking, not looking.
Okay,
Not looking. Okay, now I have a special gift. You know Bruce Willis in The Sixth Sense, he talked to dead people.
Mhm.
Decks of cards speak to me. Yeah, he is a handsome man. They want to see.
Your wife just looked up and
All right, it is a red card. It is an odd number. It is wait.
wait.
It
What?
is not a heart. It is a diamond. 5 of diamonds.
What?
No. What? Wait, no. Hang on.
Dude,
Let me get
get
you-
out of here with
let-
that witchcraft.
Let me get
Get
you,
that out of my house right now.
I was focusing on the deck. Let me get you full frame, just for the sake of argument. Do that again.
Do that again?
Yes.
I'll shuffle them really good.
Okay. Matt, you tell him when to stop this time. When he
All right.
All right, you tell me when to stop. I'm
Okay.
not even gonna look at the deck. I'm gonna close my eyes.
Can I go like this? Okay.
Yeah, do that.
Stop. Okay.
All right, here we go. It's a big number. No, it's not. No, it's not.
And did you saw on camera what it was, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, did I show it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a black number. Even. Black number even. Too close.
No.
So
All right. So my guest next week will be Aaron Gomatis, the Djinn of Wisdom. That's a wrap. Thank you guys so
Oh.
much. Get out of my house.
Oh.
That's amazing.
Okay, should I spoil a trick?
No.
All right, James,
No.
watch really
Okay.
carefully.
Dude, wait a minute.
There's 2 angles,
Before you
right?
do it, remember this. What would J.J. Abrams do?
Lens flare.
Fine.
Really simple trick.
Okay.
All right, we're on.
You guys are getting something special here.
All right, James.
This is breaking the magician's code.
See, James only got that right. I'm making a card float. What? With my pinky.
Oh.
Wait, let me see it float. What?
All right,
How did you do that?
pay attention?
Well, I saw how it was done first. That's
Right,
amazing.
so it kind of spoils it, right?
That's amazing. Wait, how did you do the flip thing?
That's just dexterity.
Yeah. That.
Wait, how did you do it when you were holding a deck, though?
Oh, same thing. And if I'm really good,
Master of the craft.
I love magic. What I love is the mechanics, how to do the trick, the simple legerdemain, I think it's called in French. Right there.
I actually heard that come out. That was amazing. And I could hear the ocean at the same time. All right. So I need to know real quick.
It's amazing.
Heather, you can just shout out the answer. How much did Paul use this witchcraft when courting you and like trying to lure you into his coven of secrets?
Be kind.
He did not use magic because he didn't know magic yet, because we were in high school.
Yeah, I wasn't that cool yet. Yet I still managed to land that.
So I was a very innocent and inexperienced person. And
You can hear it in her voice, right? She corrupted me with her magic.
That is awesome. That is awesome. We're going to go to some comments really quick.
I can't
All right.
wait.
It's absolutely sick. Okay, so Casey
Oh, there
did
it is.
share
Thank
the
you.
Kickstarter, so definitely check it out if you have not already. There you go. Brittany says hi.
Brittany Baker.
Ted says, I have to head out. Good night, Ted. Oh, wait, we already did all this. I must have missed it. I must
Did
have
Ted
missed
leave
the
twice?
Casey.
Yeah. Right.
Hold on. What's the Star Wars? All right, hold on. I'm
Yeah,
a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah.
That's okay. Oh, link to Kickstarter is above. Question for Paul Michael Kane. Let's say you're a nobody artist, which David Van Dyke is not, by the way. He's done
I've seen
work for,
David's
yeah,
work.
and also for Kevin Smith and a bunch of other really cool projects. But hypothetically, let's say you're a nobody artist. What does PMK look for to decide whether he would work with you or not. Actually, that's a great question for you because you hire artists all
I
the
do,
time
yeah.
for a lot of the books that you put together.
Yep.
And the
I do. I look for artists and writers, and to be quite honest, I look for quality first, quality in art first, quality in person second. Yeah, that's a fair. I really like working with good people, not dramatic people. I can't stand the drama. Matt is drama free, which is why we work so well together. I think I'm all the drama. We don't need any more drama than this, right? But yeah, I mean, I look for.
if you want to soar like an eagle, don't hang around turkeys.
Yep, thank you, Mom.
Peggy Bush.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I do. I look for artists that I enjoy working with. And, you know, with social media and everything, you can see the quality out there. And that is what I'm looking for. Quality of person, quality of skill. And I think that's the best two qualities to have, right? Person and art. Love it.
Yeah.
That's a great question.
That is a great question. Awesome. How cool. Love hearing about the behind the scenes highlights.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Hans says, does not seem to work to insert the link to Kickstarter. Just the one who shared it can see it.
Okay.
Sorry, my bad.
Is it because, let me take a look at it. It's https kickstarter.com projects / Matt Bush.
I mean, if you search for
Aladdin -3477, that should be it. Hans, maybe you can find the link, and if you find it, maybe you can share it in case it's a little bit different. That should work. It looks to me like it's the correct link, so not sure, but it looks correct to me. Yeah, I linked the Kickstarter too, and the link didn't show up.
Interesting.
In chat. Interesting. Oh, someone tried linking it into the chat and it didn't work. That's strange. Reloaded the chat and saw the link I pasted was gone.
Yeah.
Is that a thing when you post something? If you post the same link more than once, Facebook says you're not allowed to post it more than once.
Facebook is a little.
You're not allowed. I don't know. That's strange. Crate and Barrel hot topic. Yeah. Just search for Aladdin 3477. Awesome. That sounds like an awesome chapbook, and it's chapbook times 3.
Oh, man.
3 chapbooks with the metallic print in each one, signed by Paul Michael Kane. My gosh, cannot wait. Glad to do head sketches for the swag boxes. Oh, that's not one of the surprises. Interesting. I do have everything that's in there, but man, that would be cool. And there might be someone else doing sketches named Matt Bush for the projects, but I like the way you think, David, for sure. Absolutely. Very cool cards. Love the shirt. Awesome. It's the front of FIDGI on the front. It's the back of FIDGI on the back. Oh, by the way, this is not one of the shirts that you can get in the Kickstarter, but if you back the project at the sold out executive producer, this is one of the shirts that you get to choose from when you come hang out and watch the film with me in my own private little mini movie theater. And it's going to be cool. Not far better, David, but we've already got, when I started this, David, I didn't know you yet. You weren't on the radar when I was planning everything.
Fruit Loop, thank you.
Good sleight of hand.
More magic.
More magic. You know what? If at the end of this, you guys want to see more magic, we will keep it going.
Yeah, I've never seen magic up
Love
close.
magic. Mike says more magic. I'm going to have to show this to one of my students who's doing magic for the talent show in 2 weeks. She'll love it.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys. PMK flashed on the double.
Oh, you caught me, Dave. I saw the double myself.
The drinks and angles were working against him on the ace trick, and he still pulled it off almost flawlessly. Well
That's
done.
awesome. Good eyes, Dave.
Do a trick after new announcement. All right, maybe we'll do another couple tricks kind of sprinkled throughout if you guys want more tricks. What? No way. Hans says, I regularly watch Penn and Teller Fool Us. That is a great show. I got a good idea on how the card trick worked.
Hans doesn't miss a thing.
Marilyn laughs out loud. I've studied magic for years, and PMK is doing great on these. Yeah, Paul,
thank
you
you.
really have good
It's been a while.
Dexterity. That's hilarious. You're still just a little kid. I am definitely forever 12.
Yeah. Yeah. we talked about
YouTube.
that.
Oh, YouTube is blocking the links posted.
That's crazy.
Strange. I don't understand why. That's odd. If you go to Kickstarter.com, you look up,
Search
even
for
if you look up Aladdin
Yeah.
with 2 Ds,
It's like the first thing that pops up.
it will definitely pop up. Casey posted it again. Thanks, Case. Probably to prevent spam bots. Yeah, it must be something like that, but you'll find it pretty easily on Kickstarter. All right. Real quick, I wanted to chat about another project that Paul and I worked on real quick, and that is Kanzari cards, which I actually did a Kickstarter for a year ago, but this is a project we did years back. And this is really cool. I just wanted to go over this really quick because one of the things about it, Kanzari cards is kind of like a cross between tarot cards and a Ouija board.
Absolutely.
And it's really cool. You can get these at mattbushstore.com and they're really fun. So you did all the photography for these cards.
I did.
And what was neat about it, and then I want to hear you talk about these cards, but what was important to me, actually, I'll let you talk about what we did, but I was kind of in control of how these cards were made, and I didn't want to do the artwork because at the time, a lot of people knew me as the person who did You Can Draw Star Wars, and I didn't want this to be a cheesy ghost hunting card game from the guy who did You Can Draw Star Wars.
That's a great voice.
So I didn't want that. So I turned to you, and we came up with a rule for when you took the photos of these cards. Tell us about what that rule was.
That rule was no cheesy Photoshop effects. And that is how I created every single one of these, all practical, much like you did with Aladdin 3477, a lot of practical effects.
Yeah.
I had a blast because, like you, again, I used family, friends as my subjects.
Yeah.
You gave me 88 topics to shoot. 88. It could be anything from girl to cellar, closet. And we went back and forth on a few of them, but really we nailed it down pretty quick.
Yeah.
And it was a blast. It was like shooting a horror movie one frame at a time.
Yeah. So if you think your house is haunted, you can use these cards. There's like a diagram, you put them out, and then it could tell you, there's like letters on them and symbols, but mostly there's a main image, and it kind of paints a story of who's trying to contact you and can you help them? Can they help you? It's kind of this symbiotic relationship with ghosts, if you believe in that sort of thing.
Or Manolo.
But can I tell you, a friend of ours, mother, is a huge believer in the paranormal. And there are a lot of believers out there. And I don't discount that belief.
Yeah.
I have yet to see it myself.
I'm the same.
There's just too many experiences that people have had to not give it some credence, right? So a friend of mine, a friend of ours, my wife and I, did a reading for her mother, followed the instructions in the book. And I hope I get this right. So in the cards, there's symbols, there's numbers, there's letters, right? There's the brother card, there's the suicide card. Well, in this particular reading, the suicide card came up, the brother card came up, the numbers 9 and 6 came up. This woman, their mother, her brother committed suicide in 1969. And that was absolutely astonishing. And I think you did a podcast where it spelled out radio, right? Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. And we were on the radio.
And you were on the radio.
Oh my gosh.
Again, I'm an open-minded skeptic.
Yeah.
But the things I've seen these cards do in the hands of people who do believe is astonishing.
It's crazy.
Absolutely astonishing.
So it's really good. At the very least, it's good for slumber party sleepovers. It's kind of creepy. But the neat thing about them, in addition to, like, let's say there's a death card that's like, oh man, that's kind of creepy. There's also a life card. And there's a card that says never that looks like, and they're all photos by you. They're all very evocative what the photos are. But in addition to never, there's also the always card. So it's not like everything's evil. There's positive, there's negative, there's cards that are just kind of.
In fact, the card for good and evil are the same subject
Yeah.
because I just lit them differently.
Yeah.
And it's amazing what light, which is what photographers use
Yeah.
to create art, can do.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
the way
amazing.
you light something
Yeah.
is very important.
So I actually have, I think I have just 3 images, but I selected my favorites and I
Okay.
wanted you to talk about them. Oh, I just wanted to show this one. You don't have to talk about this
Okay.
one, but my favorites.
Oh yeah.
This one, if you can quickly talk about this, like
So-
this is,
I knew I wanted a creepy doll. Had to have a creepy doll in this. Dolls freak me out. So I picked this up from an artist. She specializes in these creepy dolls. So I bought this really quick. I photographed it super fast because my kid was like 4 years old. And I didn't want her to see this because she's very sensitive and would get really creeped out by this. So I photographed it and then threw it in the closet behind me. And I'm working in my office about 2 weeks later. And I hear a music box. Like, right in the music box.
it was
tinkling.
probably like some, I mean,
It was
was it,
terrifying.
did it sound like,
No,
like woohoo,
no,
music
no,
box,
no.
or was it like
It was
demented
yeah,
and
it was
like
demented and very
barely working?
creepy, yeah. So I'm like, what? And it was the doll. I didn't know it had a music box in it. I didn't wind it, and it just 2 weeks go by.
Out of nowhere,
Out of
it just
nowhere,
starts
and
playing.
it goes off. Yeah, I've had people offer me money for this doll, and I'm just terrified to get rid of her because I mean, she's been with us. For
Why wouldn't you
years.
take them? Why wouldn't you give it away
I
for
don't
free?
know.
Are you kidding? I'd be like, get out of my
Have
house.
Oh,
you
Matt, once-
seen Annabelle?
Once a doll establishes,
something
like,
happens when you get rid of it?
They come back.
Oh,
Yeah. And here's the cool thing about the Annabelle movie. I actually photographed the real Annabelle doll,
Wow.
which is a Raggedy Ann. Elizabeth what's her name? Elizabeth Warren, famous psychic. Her husband, Ed Warren, had a museum of paranormal. And Annabelle Lee doll is a Raggedy Ann doll, and I got to photograph it.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's insane. But yeah, I knew I wanted a creepy doll, and that's her.
Oh my gosh. So this is actually a print because we also did some limited edition prints. This is one of the cards. This is the card for Suffocation. This image is very creepy, but actually the way you made this image isn't very creepy. How did you do this?
That is my amazingly beautiful wife, who's a little scantily clad, we'll say. But I photographed her. I keep saying shoot her. Photographed her through a wrinkled cloth, which is why you see like refractions in the shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because it looks like she's trapped in a glass cage
Yeah.
and like filled with toxic smoke and like, let me out.
Yeah, I just strung up a white sheet that was I hadn't seen an iron in a few weeks, and
That is
I love how it
brilliant.
turned out. I just backlit her, and it worked out really good.
So again, the thing that I think is so neat about these, because these are kind of like ghost hunting cards,
Mhm.
we didn't want to have cheesy special effects
Right.
where there's like fake lens flares and fake smoke and
JJ
lasers, and we didn't want to. We wanted it to be legit, and I
Yeah.
think having the rule that anything you see on the cards, it might be a trick where you used a sheet,
Sure.
but everything that you see is an actual in camera.
Yep.
It's absolutely in camera,
Yeah.
and what you see is real.
Yeah.
It might be a trick, but it's not Photoshop manipulation. There's
Right.
no. I think you called it pixel pushing.
Pixel pushing.
There's
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
There's none of
There's
that.
one card, the third eye, that I could easily photoshopped, a third eye, but I used light. I
Yeah.
used the beam of a flashlight in the middle of the forehead to introduce a third vision,
Mhm.
third eye, and it was beautiful.
Practical artistry is what really makes that whole effort shine. I feel like people take for granted.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This card
That one
has to be my favorite. It is so creepy. Again, it's actually not that creepy. To me, I look at this and I see this beautiful Victorian bedroom, and I see a ghost that's like you must have walked in, pulled out your camera, and it just like it's like hiding behind, like under the bed. It like zipped under, and then it was gone. This is amazing. This is no Photoshop.
No.
This is a real photo.
Yep.
What are we looking at here?
We're looking at our bedroom, and again, I think my wife was naked. Sorry, hon. Yeah, I know, right? But all it is a photograph of her moving her legs with a slower shutter speed.
So hold on, when you took this photo,
Yep.
was your wife saying, "So can I just wear shorts and like a t-shirt and stuff?" Or like, no, you have to be naked for this.
I didn't have to tell her to be naked for it. She's underneath the bed. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Awesome.
And you know, it's funny looking at this image. This is our bedroom to this day. That's her wedding dress in the background.
It's awesome.
I don't think we have that same bedspread, but that is our bedroom as it looks today. And again, it's just a slow shutter speed, sepia toned, monotone image.
And you said she's just wiggling her legs.
And she's just wiggling her legs.
That's amazing. And that's the blur.
Even a half a second allows for that ethereal blur.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fun.
The creativity is just amazing.
Thank you.
Wow. All right.
All you need is a naked wife. Sorry, hon. I hope your mom is not watching.
She might be. That's mom is.
That is so. Oh, and again, and again, that's Kanzari cards. If anyone's interested, Kanzari cards are at mattbushstore.com. Do you have Kanzari cards still?
I still have some.
Oh, awesome. And then you can get them
with me.
Okay, awesome.
I don't have them on my site, but I bring them to shows.
Awesome. Very, very cool. All right. So the next thing that I wanted to share, very exciting. Let me just make sure this is what I want to share. Oh, it is what I want to share. So brand new. I cannot wait to reveal to you guys. We showed the new FIDGI designer toy, which is Ninja FIDGI, but I can't wait to share. So we've been looking at the minifigs, and of course we've got Aladdin here, and we've got Princess Kamala, who comes with alternate expression and hood. Aladdin has an alternate expression as well. Oh, that looks great. And then here is the Hong Kong Trooper in the, I think it's the third swag box. Is it the third? Oh, no, it's the fourth swag box, Lochan's Loot. It comes with, and you already see this on the Kickstarter, but it's silhouetted. Right. It comes with the FIDGI Minifig. And I am going to unveil right now. This is the FIDGI.
Oh my God.
Minifig right here. It's 22 pieces.
Wow.
You have to build it. And this is just the coolest minifig. The head can turn. The arms can swivel. The hands can swivel. You've got the printing on the front of the torso. You have the tramp stamp printed on the jetpack. And look at it, it's got the rocket boosters on the bottom. You can take it off this little stand here, I think. Man, I really have it wedged on this little stand here. There we go.
There you go.
And you can just kind of, with FIDGI, just kind of, hi, Aladdin. That's not how FIDGI talks, but in another universe, hi, Aladdin. FIDGI, you can talk? Yeah, I've always been able to talk, right? Or if you want to display FIDGI, FIDGI can kind of sit on this clear tube here and hang out with his BFF, Aladdin. Is that cool or what? Cool. It's so adorable. 22 pieces, more pieces than any other Aladdin minifig. And it actually comes with an extra hand and an extra shoulder piece, which makes a, it doesn't make the Jinn lamp, but it makes an alternate lamp that's like a fake Jinn lamp. Oh, here, let me push that down there so he doesn't fall over.
22 pieces.
22 pieces. You get to build them from scratch. It's a lot of fun. It's just so cute. Looking at FIDGI all around.
That's phenomenal. Now, let me ask you this. Do they come with instructions?
No, these do not. So I'm going to have to do a video putting it, putting it together. Yeah. But I just love the way, it's just so adorable, the way that it looks.
That's phenomenal.
FIDGI. If you want one of these, you have to get the fourth swag box, Lochan's Loot. Lochan's Loot comes, if you get Lochan's Loot, you're going to get the Blu-ray. You're going to get the Art of Aladdin 3477. It's a coffee table art book, 160 pages. If you have any of the Disney art books or the Pixar art books or the Star Wars art books, it's all the same sizes, so they'll line up on your shelf. Super, super cool. And if you get the 4th swag box, you're getting all of the other swag box prior to that.
Yeah.
When you get the 4th swag box, you're getting all of those items, plus you're getting all of the Paul Michael Kane chapbooks.
Yep.
The 4th, they're the 3rd chapbook, but it's the 4th Paul Michael Kane exclusive item, comes in the 4th swag box, and you get the FIDGI. It's really, really cool. And the price, I mean, some people look at the price and they're like, oh my gosh, but when you total up the amount of items you're getting, the amount of bang you're getting for your buck is off the hook.
Yep.
It's really, really cool. We're going to go to some comments, and then I can't wait to talk about we're going to talk about 19th edition. You guys have to hear about this. It is the coolest thing. And I always knew about it, but talking to you this weekend, I didn't know how cool it really is. But leading up to that, we're going to talk real quick about Lightbox photography.
Awesome.
So we're going to get into that real quick. Let's go to some comments. And that is the art and packaging of the photography on the Kanzari cards is absolutely inspiring and amazing. Thank you, David. Super cool. As someone who does tarot for fun, the Kanzari cards sound cool. They are really, really cool, really fun.
They really are.
In case someone doesn't ask or it gets forgotten, where can everyone find more of PMK's work? I need to deep dive his work again. It's been a month or so since I've looked at his amazing stuff. That's a great question.
It's paulmichaelkane.com.
Okay.
That you'll find everything there. You can Google it, or you just go to paulmichaelkane.com.
Yeah. Do you still have pmk.com?
I think that's still active.
I think it is too. I think that might link right to it.
Yeah. I think I have a URL forwarded or something.
As in the Annabelle Lee of Edgar Allan Poe's Annabelle Lee.
Good. I think they drew inspiration from that. But I think the doll was named is it Annabelle, huh? It's Annabelle, right? Yeah. Poe is a huge inspiration, by the way. Yeah.
And those are awesome. So much detail. Tramp stamps just make them complete. LOL. As you're moving, sometimes it looks like FIDGI is floating from behind the bar counter. That is awesome. Super, super cool. Congrats on 50,000 and 2 million views. Actually, I was going to talk about that soon. Yes, we are quintuple funded. That is just, oh my gosh, it is so amazing. We're going to talk about the Kickstarter soon. But real quick, I wanted to talk about, let's see, I don't know what I'm doing here. I just got rid of it.
Uh-oh.
Wait, no, there we go. There we go. So tell us about Lightbox photography cards.
So one of the unexpected results of my success as a photographer has been teaching. And I love teaching photography. I think when you're passionate about something, when you have a responsibility to pass it on, to teach it. And I started doing lectures. I talked to high schools, colleges, and it's really cool to see somebody get inspired. So I wanted to inspire on a more global scale. So I came up with Lightbox photography cards, which is a deck of cards, 52 cards. There happens to be 52 weeks in a year. Each card is a photography challenge. Go out and photograph circles. Go out and photograph the color blue. Each card has a photograph of how I achieved the challenge, a write-up of some of my own thoughts about photography and about the particular challenge, some settings that I've used to achieve the image that you see, and a card number that you can then take your own picture and then hashtag it, Lightbox photography cards number this, and then post it online. And it has grown into a huge social media phenomenon. We're 4 decks in now. We had the original deck, which you see on the screen, which is a very broad spectrum of challenges. We have a macro deck, a mobile edition, and a wedding edition. This deck funded, I also kickstarted this deck. This deck funded in 24 hours. And I think I hope to print maybe 1,000 decks. That was my huge goal. We ended up printing 11,000 decks, shipped to 70 countries all around the world.
70?
70.
Oh my gosh.
And here's the best part. They're still selling to
Yeah.
this day
Yeah.
with zero advertising. It's all word of mouth. It's all social
Which is the
media.
best advertising.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the dream.
It is just absolutely phenomenal. I have had a blast with it. I'm very, very proud of them. And again, they are selling to this day. And
Yeah.
as more people are familiar with my work, whether it's 19th edition or through my photography or even through Kanzari, and they find these cards because there are a lot of people interested in photography. My nephew, my uncle, my niece, these are great gifts. $10. $10 for a deck of cards.
Yeah.
That's
And
it.
it's such a quick way without going through a whole book. It's just a quick thing. I need inspiration. I don't know what to shoot. I don't know what to do. Just
Yep.
pick a random card.
only
It's a
$10.
new challenge. It's amazing.
It's only $10, right? Photography.
Yeah.
You go to Barnes and Nobles to pick up a photography book.
Yeah.
$40.
Yeah.
This a deck of cards fits in your pocket.
Yeah.
Fits in your camera bag. You can carry this stuff around with you.
Yeah.
And you yourself donated. You pledged at the Lightbox Education Ambassador.
I did.
And you donated
Yeah.
decks of cards to colleges all over the world.
Yeah.
And it's been.
And I got, as an educator, I got a lot of cards that I was able to give. I have a lot of students that are in all of the media and communication arts, including photography. So whenever I had an exceptional photography student where I knew they're going to appreciate this, I would, if they did like something cool on, and I was waiting for an excuse, they did something cool, I would slip them a deck. They always flipped out and they wanted to know more about, like, you know, the wedding edition or the micro edition, the macro edition, the mobile edition.
Mobile edition. Now the mobile edition is a little dated, right? Apps change, but the challenge is what is paramount to the deck, not the app that I use to create the image, but the challenge itself. There are updated apps, of course, but it's still very valid to this day.
Yeah, the fundamentals of design and everything like that all stays the same.
Absolutely. I had a blast doing it. Again, it was a Kickstarter, and I just had an absolute blast. And as you know, running a Kickstarter that you are currently doing is a marathon.
Yeah.
You're on it every day
Yeah.
of the campaign right to the very end.
Yeah.
It was exhausting, exhilarating at the same time. And I'm really super proud of them.
Yeah.
They've won some awards. We've donated to colleges and like special interest groups all over the world.
Yeah.
And it's just been a blast.
Super cool. Real quick, I wanted to jump to earlier in the week, actually just over the weekend, I was a special guest on Rebel Force Radio. This has to be the #1 Star Wars podcast that there is. Hanging out with, excuse me, my buddies Jason Swank and Jimmy Mack. And it was such a great time. I got to hang out with them for an hour talking Star Wars, but also a lot of the conversation, they were really interested in
keep it to an hour?
Aladdin 3477. It was quick. Actually, I sent them, it helped a lot. I sent them bullet points, kind of like I have going through this show.
Right.
It was like, this is the stuff I want to cover. And it flowed very nice. It wasn't like we were racing through it, but there was no wasted time. There was the things I wanted to hit and things they wanted to talk about. And we blasted through. It was really cool.
That's awesome.
It was great. The next thing I wanted to chat about is, and this may or may not play into the chat books, but I wanted to highlight just a few of the really cool photos you took when you were on set of Aladdin 3477. And I feel like, man, these photos, they tell so much, whether it's a close-up of something where you can see the textures of how I kit bashed something. This, like, I see so much of how we built the set. There's Jeff Norgrove in the background wearing the Kong Chayam figure. By the way, Kong Chayam, he's not wearing the helmet, but there's the Kong Chayam trooper. This is the Kong Chayam FIDGI.
That's awesome.
And I see Dao Yang and Sando in the background, FIDGI on a sky sail. And here I'm showing Alex Jacobson, who we call Ghost, showing him the storyboards, like how I want everything to be framed for the next shot. It was 95 degrees out when we were filming this, which I was actually happy. There were some parts of this scene that where people were submerged underwater, and it was actually late in September. I was terrified that things were going to be really, really cold
Right.
when they got in the water. They were happy to be in the
Yeah,
water because
yeah.
it was strangely hot for late September.
Looking at that photo and seeing you on set, this was our second day because we shot at night first.
Mm-hmm.
But to watch you juggle everything that was going on, it was absolutely amazing to see you in your element.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine how I would be terrified to do what you did throughout this whole shoot.
Yeah.
And this is a great example of that photo. You kept your calm and you made it work.
You know, I think a lot of what directing is, and also it comes from storyboarding, and they say that storyboard artists are really directors. They're really kind of directing first before the director even directs. So a lot of this film or any good filmmaking, it's all about how you plan things, and things are going to go wrong and you're going to have to make hard decisions the day of. But the more you can plan out ahead of time, you're just saving. Because the worst thing is when people show up on set and they're like, okay, what do I do? Where do I go? And the director's like, I don't know, I guess stand over here. And then the camera person says, where do you want me to, where am I filming? Maybe over here. No, that doesn't look good. Maybe try over here. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You have to have an answer for everything. When people come up to you and say, what do you want the lighting to be? You have to have an answer or you're wasting people's time. And then for actors or even crew, once they start losing steam and stuff like that, and they start dragging, all performances, both in front of the camera and behind the camera, performances go down. So you have to lead by example. You've got to be on it. And the best way you can be on it is just preparation. Yeah. Having everything ready to...
you were in your element.
Yeah. This is a beautiful photo of Aladdin, Eric Steele. And I just love the depth of field and the emotion in this. And it's just a beautiful photo.
Yeah. He's a good looking guy.
Yep.
Oh,
this is cool. This is and this is just this is just part of a set. You can actually see there's part of a mattress here. That's a stunt mattress for when we throw people through the air and they land on sometimes we'll give them 2 mattresses depending on how far or how high they're dropping from. But this is just so cool. I was so happy when you took these because I was so busy making things. I didn't even think, like, I remember walking through like, wow, this looks amazing. It's beautiful. But I had so many things to do. This looks beautiful. What do I need to do? Not thinking I should stop and smell the roses. And I was so happy that you smelled the roses for me, which was just fantastic. This is cool. Again, there's Cam in the background holding. So the funny thing is that you don't even realize half the time. This is a shot of Umi. She's picking up this coin. It's kind of this important part of the movie, but the sun was blasting down so hot and we wanted to make it like more of the set was covered, but we didn't have time to build a lot of it. So for certain shots, there's actually Cam on one side holding this giant sheet. Or if it was a blanket, because a sheet light would still come through. It's a blanket. Someone's on the other side. So there's so many times when you're watching a film, it's the Hitchcock thing where your movie only exists what's in the frame. So half the time you're watching a movie, you don't even realize right outside of the frame, there's someone holding something like this. There's someone on the other side. There's someone underneath holding a reflect. You know what I mean? You don't even realize half the things that are going on just right outside of the frame.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to capture. I wanted to capture how the movie was made. And I think this image beautifully illustrates that. You're discussing with your actor what you're looking for. You're seeing evidence of extras on the set helping you achieve your vision. And there's the camera right there.
Yeah. Yeah, super, super cool. I have another one here. Oh yeah, this is great. This is not the entire cast and crew, but this is a bunch of cast and crew that were there at that moment. There were people getting cleaned up that were still, and a bunch of people that had already left, like extras that we didn't need into the wee hour. I mean, this is probably like 3 in the morning or something like that. But but just great. And it's so cool seeing the memories of everyone together. And you just captured such an awesome,
That was a blast.
awesome photo. Next up, and let me make sure I have an announcement to make. And that is, oh yeah. So a lot of people are wondering what's going to happen at the end of the Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
And what am I going to do? How am I going to get people excited to try to get funds up and everything else? So I'm happy to announce that starting at 1 a.m. on Thursday, this is Thursday, March 2nd.
Okay.
So the last day is Friday, March 3rd. The campaign ends at 11:59 on March 3rd at night.
At night.
Right before midnight,
Okay.
a minute before midnight. So on the 3rd at 1 a.m, so this is essentially late at night on Thursday, March 2nd, at 1 a.m, I am going to start Matt Bush's 24-hour live stream lounge. It is the final hours of Aladdin 3477. Starting at 1 a.m, I am going to live stream all the way through until obviously midnight, and then for another hour after celebrating.
Sure.
I know I can be up for 24 hours. That's no big deal. The challenge is, can I sleep for a solid 8 hours right before?
Yeah.
I'm going to try your trick with just taking a jar of melatonin, those gummy, and just like, right?
Slam 2 5-hour energy shots.
Oh.
These candles aren't the only things gonna get lit. You're welcome. for that.
Yeah.
So it's the 24-hour live stream. You guys have to hang out with me. Now, part of the problem, I'm going to do this live stream, but I think Facebook doesn't allow live streams longer than 8 hours at a time. So I have to break it up into 3 segments. So I'll probably go for like 7 hours and 45 minutes, take like a 15, 20 minute break, come back for another like 7 hours and 45 minutes, and then do another 7 hours. And so it'll get broken up. So if you're checking in, I know a lot of you, oh my gosh, if you're going to hang out with me for the 24 hours, thank you. You are amazing. And for anyone checking in during that time, help me stay awake and help me keep the dream alive, right? But for those of you that you might have a job and maybe you can't watch the whole time, but even if you're just checking in during work or whatever, if for some reason you've got the live stream bookmarked and suddenly it disappears, it just means you have to go back to my Facebook page or my LinkedIn or my YouTube, and then you'll see it pop. If it doesn't pop up right away, it'll pop up momentarily in case it is one of the 2 times I'll be taking a quick break. But it's a 24-hour live stream. I'm going to have special guests. I'm curious for you guys that are watching right now. Do you have ideas? What should I do during this time? Now, the goal is not just to celebrate. It's the end of the Kickstarter. The goal is also to get funds up, to get people to join the Kickstarter that haven't joined yet.
Right.
Also, maybe if you have joined the Kickstarter, maybe consider helping raise. You could maybe get another add-on, or you could manage your pledge. You could go to a higher tier. I'm not just asking for more money, though. The best thing you can do is you can tell people about the Kickstarter, share it because you care it, and then and to get funds up. So that's the huge ending of, that's the whole point of the Kickstarter. So I'm curious, what ideas do you have for this 24-hour live stream? I'm going to have some special guests. Oh my gosh, you should call in, Paul. I will definitely
call in.
I'll make sure, because I haven't done that yet. I'll make sure I can figure out how to do that. But I'd love to have you as a guest on here. But what can we do? Is there games I can play? Is there some kind of drawing? Is there something? What can I do? And again, it's not just to entertain and to make it. I mean, the goal is the Kickstarter. What can we do to get the Kickstarter rocking? So I say that because there's a lot of things I've done through the Kickstarter where I've had new videos and cool, fun things and contests. It's all been fun. It's all been cool. And I'm not knocking it. But a lot of those things, I thought it was going to translate into like boosts in the Kickstarter. That really didn't happen. Like at the time those came out. So I'm looking for some fun ideas that will help get people to the Kickstarter and help raise funds. The cool thing about raising the funds, it's not just about like getting more, it's not like I want more
Right.
money or anything, but the idea is the more funds we can get, the more it's helping so that we can make the Blu-ray, not just like a cheap Blu-ray in like a plastic box and it's like a single layer, like a not very good Blu-ray. I want to make it amazing, loaded with extras, commentaries, maybe a booklet on the inside with more PMK photos, who knows what, but the more funds that come in, the more we can do that, and the more thank you gifts you get for free. So the more you can get your friends in on the Kickstarter, the more rewards it is for everyone.
That is my favorite thing about a Kickstarter. It's not just about the money. It's about supporting a visionary. You know, it is about support and having your support shown.
Yeah.
Because it's there. It's the movie. It's the swag boxes.
Yeah.
It's really important.
But it's also not just charity because a lot of it is the rewards. So it's not like you're just giving me money for my project. The more money that comes in, the more I'm just pushing into the rewards. So it's either giving you more rewards or the rewards you are getting
are even better.
They're even better. So we may, like, we haven't figured out how many pages the chat books are, but let's say we have a certain number of pages. If enough money comes in, we might say, you know what, instead of doing 3 books at this many pages, let's do more pages. Or we might say, you know, maybe we've got this metallic print that's on the inside, and maybe there's like a special laser coating that makes it even better, but it's kind of costly. If we can get funds up, this is like a new thing. You know what? Let's do it. The funds came in. Let's make this chapbook even better.
That's what it's about.
Yeah. Super, super cool. I'm going to go to some comments real quick, and then we are going to talk about 19th edition. You guys have to hear about this. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys for being in it to win it. I know this is going a little bit longer. You're even going to show us about, you're going to, oh my gosh, magic numbers. Look at, it was magic numbers.
That's all.
It's 4 ones. You guys have to hear about 19th edition. I think it is so amazing, and you're going to show us some cool stuff with it. Real quick, though, I want to go to the comments, and Marilyn Michelson says, Marilyn Michelson Clark says, PMK, those Lightbox cards are brilliant.
Thank you, Marilyn.
Love it. Cool, Matt. It'll be a marathon. It will definitely be a marathon. And oh my gosh, after 24 hours, and knowing me, I'll be so excited. I won't even sleep the day before. So if you want to see zombie Matt, that's just like, oh my gosh, that'll be great. I'll pull an all-nighter with you. Awesome. I do it all the time to make deadlines. I got you, David. That would be amazing. You'll get some awesome work done. And if you are hanging out with me, oh my gosh, thank you.
That's awesome.
Keep me alive. Keep me awake. That would be amazing, David. Thank you. I appreciate it. Paint or draw. Do what you're known for. Do some sketching. I was wondering about that. It will help the time go by. I do have an overhead camera that goes over the top. I can't use it at the same time as James' camera. Now, James, their question is, I need you to turn the camera around real quick. The question is, James, are you going to be hanging out with me for the entire 24 hours? Are you in it to win it?
No, my pants just got 6 inches shorter because I hated the idea.
All right. So it's going to be a great, amazing time. But James did say, hey, is it cool? Like, I mean, I might need to take a little napper, just a real quick.
I'll intermission throughout the day.
A quick napper in the home theater. So there might be some times where it might be cool to kind of use flip to the other camera and do some drawing or something. I like that. That would be really cool. Sketch and give the sketches away to people that donate that day. Awesome. Although you guys should back the Kickstarter now. So it's like ixnay on the whatever. Back the Kickstarter now. Don't wait. Do it now. Yeah. But that's a great idea for the day. All right. I didn't read the auction off production art. Art is art, man. That's what we'll do it. Jim Lee does it on his Twitch. I need to figure out Twitch, but that's a great idea. You could do quick drawings on request. with a time limit, and people can buy them with pledges.
I like it. That's
Oh,
Hans. That's my man.
oh my gosh. So like to the next person
Right.
that gets an Aladdin inner circle, of course I feel bad because I should reward people that did it from the beginning too. Maybe I do a drawing for people that, oh, that's it.
Oh.
You have to get in on Aladdin's inner circle because I'm going to do a random drawing of people that are in Aladdin's inner circle. So get in now, and that way it's open to everybody.
Yeah, yeah, I like it. I like it.
Awesome.
Fair.
Great idea, Hans. Same idea. No, that's good. It's a
It's all
spin
good.
on
Great
it.
minds.
Hans, it's a great idea. All right. Rock and roll. Love it. All right. Paul.
Yeah.
You have to tell me what is 19th edition. And I know there's people watching that already know.
Yep.
But they've been in it so long, they might know like where they might not know where it started from or
Sure.
like how it came to be. And my fans don't know anything about it. But if you guys are into creativity, books, Stephen King, but even if you're not into Stephen King necessarily, amazing custom book binding, community, family, prizes, charity. Oh my gosh. What is 19th edition?
All right. So I started 19th edition as a way to help raise money for my daughter's high school musical department. They do marching band, they do concert band, beautiful, amazing musical productions like Chicago, Freaky Friday. And I'm a patron of the arts. I love the arts, whether it's musical,
high school art departments, whether it's art or band.
Yeah,
they're always they put all the money into the football team and stuff and everything.
absolutely.
Bands always, or in art departments, always get the short end of the stick.
So me being a super Stephen King fan and a bit of a creative person, to make my own Stephen King collection more special, I started creating slipcases, which is what you put your books into, just to protect them. To keep
It's
them
almost
nice.
like an additional cover that
Yeah.
goes on the outside
Exactly
and you put
right,
in your,
yeah.
and protects it.
So I thought these are kind of cool. And I know Stephen King fans are very fanatical about keeping their collection safe and sound. So I thought I'd start doing some eBay auctions and donating the proceeds of that to the high school musical department. And it went so successful. In the 4 years my kiddo went to high school, we ended up raising over $20,000
Wow.
for their high school musical. And it was not only, band, but the choir. It was an absolute amazing time. Now, during this, COVID happened. And my day job, which I have a 9-to-5 corporate gig, I took a huge pay cut. So then I did a deep dive into 19th edition. And I created a $19 bill. Now, why 19? Why 19th edition? Stephen King is a writer. I think you guys might have heard of him. And 19 is a mythical number in the Stephen King world. And to give you the easiest example, or the quickest example that most people would get right away, is The Shining. Now, in the novel, in The Shining, all the awful stuff happens in room number 217. Kubrick changed it to 237. We're not sure why that happened. But in the novel, it's 217. 2 plus 17 equals 19. If there's an ATM code mentioned in the books, if there's an address, the numbers usually end up adding up to 19. So I called it 19th edition. I did a deep dive and I created a bookmark. And I thought this would be cool. I made it available and it went crazy. And it was based on a $20 American bill. And I love currency design. Currency design is very cool. So I made a Stephen King $19 bill. And do we have that box here? Oh, there it is. That was 3 years ago. This is the 19th edition book box.
Oh,
There we go. And this is for you, Matt. By the way, I brought this for you. Everything in
Really?
here. Yes.
no
This is
way.
For you.
Oh my gosh.
Let me see if I can find the original $19 bill really quick, which I'm not going to be able to, but I will find it. Where's my magic when I need it? There it is. This is the $19 bill. It's a bookmark. It's the same basic shape as a $20 US currency. And there are 88 references to Stephen King's works hidden on this bill. and people went nuts for it. And this helped me raise even more money. It helped me offset the costs of me getting a pay cut. It helped me raise the $20,000 for my daughter's high school musical program. And I just kept going. I created a British pound, a Canadian dollar, an Australian dollar,
What?
a ruble, a euro, a Deutschmark. Oh, this is. Then I went from Stephen King to Edgar Allan Poe. No, I'm sorry. This is H.P. Lovecraft. I did do an Edgar Allan Poe. I also,
Speaking of Edgar Allan Poe, we had dinner today at the Raven in
oh my God, that was
Huron.
awesome.
The Raven
Holy
is
cow.
Love that place.
That
So
was
cool.
amazing. There's Edgar Allan Poe, one of my favorites. Then H.P. Lovecraft, both huge in the Gothic narrative. Bram Stoker, my wife's favorite, Dracula. Little blood on there, never hurts, right? And then I branched out. Thomas Harris, The Red Dragon, Silence of the Lambs. This is the Buffalo Bill. Get it, Buffalo Bill. Puts the lotion on the skin. And then I just kept going with different bookmarks. This is Christine's title, the title to the car, Christine. I just made it up.
You have to tell us about this one.
This one is a vintage circus ticket for the Derry Circus, Pennywise the Dancing Clown.
Oh, wow.
Right on the back, we fast forward. I wanted a narrative, so it appears every 27 years. So this is the circus poster. 27 years later, Georgie disappears. This is Georgie gets his arm ripped off, and I needed a character that wasn't the actor in either It movies. So that's me as a kid. I made myself Georgie. That's not meta at all, right?
That's amazing.
And there are references. The phone number.
You had hair.
I had hair. I had beautiful blonde hair, and then I
Yeah.
had a sweet mullet.
I've seen the photos. Yeah.
Okay. But like the phone number is 217-217. That's Stephen King. Stephen King wrote a short story in 1922. It's right there. I've been having a blast with all of this. Dr. Sleep. I did a Japanese yen. So I re-envisioned Stephen King stories as like Seven Samurai.
That is
Ooh.
awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Brooks Hatland Memorial Library from Shawshank Redemption. And then there's the page from the Bible that Andy uses to get out of prison.
It's amazing.
I'm just having a blast with it. I even did one for Seven, the movie Seven, David Lynch.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
have to show.
There's the box. What's in the box?
Yeah, but you have to show a close up
Yeah,
of what's in the
You
box.
see the hair? Can you see the hair right there?
It's like a single hair.
Yeah.
Little blood right there. Poor Gwyneth Paltrow. A coaster from the Overlook Hotel from The Shining.
That's awesome. And I saw something on the other side.
Oh,
of it.
and each one is signed by
So-
yours
oh.
truly.
It's amazing.
This is one of my favorites because it's just so darn clever. This is a pen, a constant reader pen. Constant reader is a term that Stephen King uses for his fans. This pen, whoop, where is it? There it goes.
Oh.
It doesn't light up. This pen shines like The Shining.
So I need to know, this is so amazing. For those of you watching, this looks really cool and futuristic. Is this something you would want in one of your hidden rewards? This futuristic looking pen, but instead of constant reader, it says constant Aladdin Aladdin 34.
We talked about like the fan
Yeah.
name for. Do we reveal that or?
Well, let's
do we
talk.
keep
Well,
that
let's
secret?
ask if people like it. But for sure, this should say Aladdin 3477
Yeah,
have
absolutely.
a logo. I need to know from you guys, and I love your idea. So we need a name for our fans.
Right.
So for Star Trek, it's Trekkies.
Trekkies,
For
Potterheads, right?
Potterheads, I think. For Harry Potter. For there's a bunch of them. Like for the Grateful Dead, there's Deadheads. They have them
Deadheads,
for bands,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
For Steel Panther, it's Fanthers.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
So I'm trying to think what's a good one for Aladdin 3477. What's a good name for our fans? And off the top of your head, you just said, what about
Arabian Nights with a K. It's pretty good.
dude? That's amazing. That's amazing. I want to know if you guys have ideas. What's a good name like Aladdin Fanatics or Faladins
Aladdin.
or Faladins? Falafel? Aladdin I don't know. We need a good name though, a good
Yeah.
clever name that fans are proud to call themselves.
Right, yeah.
Arabian Nights with a K is pretty. That's amazing. But I want our FIDGI Fanatics.
Yeah, FIDGI Fanatics is good too.
Friends of FIDGI. I don't know. but-
FIDGI's friends.
Sometimes you'll get the names for the fandoms for each particular character that they'll have a dedicated group for.
Yes.
Like the
And-
Slytherin from like Harry Potter, right?
Well, and we
Yeah.
had one for Shen. What was the one for Shen? Or Sensational or something?
That's pretty good.
Sensational. Anyway, this is amazing. I want to hear if you guys think this is cool and if you guys would be happy if you got one of these that lights up in your rewards.
It's pretty cool.
I mean, this
Heck,
is
if it
rad.
lit up and had like a
And
sky sail motif to it.
it's not only a pen, but it's got the stylus.
So you can use
Oh,
that
so
on
you
an
can use it
iPad
your
and stuff.
Yep.
Dude,
Yeah.
into
yeah.
the future.
That's future thinking.
Yeah.
Right there.
Love that. I want to hear what you guys think about that.
Yeah. So 19th edition has also delved into publishing. I have started working with several authors. Oh, this is the Stephen King Reader's Journal. I call it my Stephen King journey. It's a interactive journal that when you read a new Stephen King book, you put your thoughts down on which Stephen King book you're reading, how you rate it. Is it 1 axe or is it 5 axes instead of stars? Right.
Does that mean? Oh, I was going to say because if it gets the axe, maybe that's the. All right.
I
No,
love this
like it.
idea, but this is some of the publishing we're doing. I'm working with members of 19th edition. Mike Bird, who's watching or was watching, this is his book, 19 vignettes, short stories that he wrote. Something I did, The Forgiven, story that's been rattling around in my head for years. A friend of mine, John Davis, who's a 19th edition member, did a brilliant short story, Searching for Stephen King. We commissioned some artists that appear in here. It's an absolutely amazing time, and we're still maintaining that creativity for a cause. We still donate to the music department. We still help out a great deal. We have, pins. Mr.
Talk about
Jingles,
this.
Mr. Jingles from the Green Mile. People love pins.
Yeah.
They keep requesting pins.
So, and tell me what this is. This is beautiful.
This is a constant reader coin, right? So we're all constant readers, right? We love to read.
and that's also the Stephen King. That's
And
what he calls his fans.
That's what Stephen King calls his fans. So always the struggle at the end of the night. Do we keep going? One more chapter or one more page? You flip the coin and let it choose for you. One more chapter or one more page, because you always want to keep reading, right?
Yeah.
So that I love designing. I love designing coins.
I have one more question with that, and that is,
You watching?
I was just gonna what? I was just gonna ask. We were supposed to do more magic,
That
and
was-
can you do it with a coin that big? That was
Yeah, that's
amazing.
pretty good, right? James, you got it.
Oh, yeah, it looks like a poker chip in there.
Oh, there is a poker chip from the current adaptation of The Stand, which took place in the Inferno Hotel, and I recreated it. It is a $19 poker chip. Again, $19, 19.
This here,
we did some. This
holographic
is,
sticker.
Artist Ray Wegner. These holographic stickers are awesome. Can you see the light,
Oh,
the
yeah.
colors that come off of that?
Holographic stickers are pretty great.
Yeah, they're really, really cool.
dude. What's this all about?
This is a key, a jail cell key from Shawshank Prison, which I've been to. We actually, my wife and I and our kiddo were allowed into Shawshank Prison, which is in Ohio. It's like right down from you for 2 hours. We had the whole place to ourselves. And I did a book called From Shawshank with Hope that sold out of its first edition.
Wow.
And I'm working on a second edition because, unbeknownst to me, I shot another prison in West Virginia that J.J. Abrams used in his production of Castle Rock. And that prison stood in for Shawshank. So
Yeah.
I shot 2 Shawshank prisons.
That's amazing.
So the second edition
Yeah.
will include photos from that prison as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been it's been a blast. I absolutely love this, and I love the fans. 19th edition itself as a Facebook group is
That's
the
right.
most drama-free, creative, generous, supportive, safe
Yeah.
Facebook group I've ever seen.
So we should have said that early on. This is it's actually I shouldn't say just a, because it's not just a, but it is just a Facebook group.
Right.
It's simply a Facebook group.
Yep. It's
But
not a
this
business page.
I've never seen a Facebook group like this where everyone is friends. They treat each other like family.
They support each other.
Everyone's so excited about all the projects going on, because it's not just Stephen King things that you're making, and it's not just the book binding, and it's not just the slipcases, but it's projects that some of your members are writing.
Yep.
It's charity things, not just for your kiddo and the band and all that stuff, but also you've had members that have needed a little bit of help, that you have done things where the community has reached out and helped people.
And it hasn't even been all me. We have members who say, you know what, this person needs help. They reach out to me, they say, can we do this? I'm like, absolutely, do it. Go. And this happens, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely, it's so, you hear so many bad things about social media, and there's got to be a balance, an equal. There's got to be some leverage there, right? You need good with the bad.
Yeah.
You need the good, and this group shows it every time. If somebody needs help, people are there.
Yeah.
A member had a house fire, lost all their Stephen King books within, I think, a few weeks. Members reestablished his collection.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean that's what happens. It's astonishing, and it's not just because of me.
Goosebumps. That's
I know.
amazing.
Yeah,
that is so cool.
It really is. It is a phenomenal group of people who are not just.
So for those of you that aren't in it, you have to is it just facebook.com/19th edition, 19th edition, which is a 19th edition. Wow, that is just so cool. Like, what an awesome group. Like, it's not just a group. Like, we've got the Aladdin, and I'm hoping Aladdin 3477 will grow more. We don't even have a group, we have a Facebook page.
Right.
But like, I've been in a lot of groups where it's just another thing on Facebook for people that are into something, but you really have this growing, breathing
international
community.
All
it's
around
amazing.
the world. It really is. I'm extremely proud of it, and I can't claim all the credit because the group itself has morphed into a real force for good, and I could not be happier about it.
That's amazing. I'm going to go to some comments real quick. Han says, Paul, tell Matt what it is about. I love 19th edition. Such a great source for creativity, arts, and crafts. Such a great idea. Very cool. As an English teacher, I'm in love with those currency bookmark cards.
That's awesome.
Again, brilliant. Wow, such a treasure box. I know, and I didn't know that. I didn't know that was all for me. It's amazing.
That's a fraction.
Gosh, it's like my birthday over here or something. Aladdin 3477 fan club. Aladdin 3477 fan club.
And we already have that unofficially.
We need like a. Maybe he's being funny because it's just we can call our fans Aladdin 3477 fans.
Mm-hmm. The Fidgis. I like that. Is that the Fidgis?
The Fiji. The Fidgis. Whoops. Yes, so cool. A pen saber. Like it. I love it. All right, next up, the next thing that I wanted to chat about is because we're going to be, I should have brought this up when I was talking about it. 19th edition. So when you go to the Facebook group, it looks like this at the top. What are we looking at here in the background?
My ideal library right there. That's my living room.
Yeah. That's pretty epic. That is amazing for sure. I wanted to talk real quick about thank you gifts. There is a thank you gift because we are now quintuple funded the Kickstarter. I don't have the gift yet. I'm working on it. There was a bunch of things I needed to get together for this weekend and all the really cool things that we are getting together for you guys, but that's coming soon. There is a new thank you gift. This thank you gift right here, the Hong Kong Trooper, if you back the Kickstarter at any level, you get this figure for free. It comes in the first swag box. Also, if you back the Kickstarter at any reward tier, you get this Aladdin 3477 sticker sheet. It's 7x10. It's actually pretty big. There's 13 stickers on it. You get it for free.
Wow.
Now, this third thank you gift, this is not in all of the tiers, but if you back swag box number 4, if you back swag box number 4, by the way, you're getting all 4 of the Paul Michael Kane rewards that are the hidden rewards, and you're going to get for free Lochan Shyamalan minifig with all of these awesome accessories. This right here, I wanted to show, when you go to the Kickstarter page, actually it shows this image now, but I've been showing a picture of me sitting in my theater for the red carpet experience. This experience is an add-on that you can get when you support the Kickstarter. You can add it on to, you can come here. I will schedule it with you starting in the spring, starting in March. Once I have all of once the funds come in and everything, I'm going to start scheduling with you guys. You and your +1 get to hang out with me. I'm making candy bar drinks. You get to tour all of my studios kind of in my home, and you get to watch Aladdin 3477 with me before anyone else sees it, before any audiences see it. And it's really cool because you're seeing it in the place it's meant to be seen.
Right.
This is where I did my audio mastering. This is where I did, my color mastering and everything else. You are seeing the absolute truest way it is to see this movie. There are a limited number of these left. There may only be, there might be 10 of these left, but they're definitely going quick. So I would say jump on that soon if you're interested in doing it. If you can't get here right away, there's a couple people that have contacted me. Hey, I won't be able to get all through these in March anyway, because it's usually weekends that people can come out. But a lot of people are like, hey, I can't get there in March or April. I can make it to Michigan, but I might not be able to make it until June or July. Is that too late? No, it's not too late. Absolutely. We'll schedule whenever it works, whenever it's convenient for you, and assuming I'm in town as well. Yeah. Absolutely. But
having just done this, with you watching this, I was sitting in the seat right in front of 3PO.
Yeah.
It was a fantastic experience.
Yeah.
Sitting in the comfortable seats that you have, listening to it and hearing and seeing it in this setting. And
if for some reason you need a potty break, which you guys didn't.
Yeah, you stopped the movie a couple times. I'm like, what are you doing?
I was like, do you guys need a potty break? I'm like, man, you guys have bladders of steel. You guys don't need to. That was amazing. So yes, the Aladdin 3477 Kickstarter, quintuple funded. But if you haven't been there, or if you haven't been there recently, go and check it out. Casey left a link in the comments, but if the link isn't working or if you can't find it, simply go to Kickstarter.com, look for Aladdin 3477. So I've got some other things to chat about. What else do we got to chat about? So the Kickstarter, quintuple funded. It's amazing. Upcoming this week. So there's a bunch of fun things that I can't wait to share with you guys. I'm going to get together the thank you gift and unveil that soon.
Nice.
On Tuesday, I have a really cool video dropping. I can't wait to share it with you guys. By the way, I already talked about last week, the Disney video with the characters. This is not the same thing. This is actually much more entertaining. But if you're a fan of Disney and if you're kind of bummed out, like, man, I really like that music and the singing and the dancing and I have something very special that I cannot wait to share with you guys. It's dropping on Tuesday. Also, next week, 1 week from today, by the way, there's only, I think, 11 days, maybe after tonight, 10 days for the Kickstarter. It is going quick. So definitely jump on that Kickstarter and get in. Plus, some of the rewards are limited. Some of the add-ons are limited. And even some of the regular rewards are limited.
You don't want to wait.
So jump on that soon. Next week, Aaron G., the Djinn of Wisdom, is going to be our special guest. Not only, and we're not really revealing much of the Djinn of Wisdom, but in general, just even talking to Aaron G., he is such a creative. I mean, you've met Aaron.
Yeah. Can I say something? So not revealing too much about the Djinn.
Yeah.
I think it works really good because when you see him on screen, you can't help but watch him.
Yeah.
He is charismatic.
Yeah.
You cannot help but like really enjoy his performance.
Yeah.
He's really good.
So there's a number of characters. Also, Umi, we're not really talking that much about Umi.
That too, yeah.
Klepto King, we haven't shown anything about the Klepto King.
Yep, your marketing has been really, really good because you've shown some, not all,
Yeah.
and that's brilliant.
And it's tough because I want to lure people in. I could show more and make it look even more vast and make people sell more tickets or whatever. But to me, it's all about the experience.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I gotta make it look cool and get people interested. But to me, the most important thing is the actual movie experience.
Yep, absolutely. You did it great. You did
Thank
it really
you.
good. As a movie fan,
Yeah.
getting that behind the scenes look that we got
Yeah.
and then finally seeing it, it was so enjoyable.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to share more with you guys. Next week, Aaron G is our guest. Thank you guys for staying for so long. Oh my gosh. We were like a kind of a long movie.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Thank you guys so much for being in it to win it. I can't wait to share more with you guys. Only I think it might be 10 days for the Kickstarter. So jump on that soon. Share it with your friends. I appreciate the shares when you just blanket share it online. Super appreciated. A lot of people don't see that though. So the best thing you can do is direct message your friends, email your friends, text your friends one at a time. And for each friend, let them know what they would like about it. If they're into martial arts, tell them that. If they're into robots, tell them that. If they're into kit bashing or independent filmmaking, tell them that. If they're into Aladdin or if they're into Star Wars, because it kind of looks like Star Wars, feels like Indiana Jones, it'll tell them why they need to check it out. That's the word of mouth is all we have, but word of mouth is really the best advertising.
Yeah, absolutely. I can attest to that myself. Should we close with the magic trick?
Oh, for sure. I mean, we've got people watching. You guys want to see more magic, right?
All right,
definitely.
Dear, did you what? James, right behind you there. There's a red bag of doom. No, I'm kidding. This is one of the
velvet bag.
This is one of the oldest tricks ever created. It is the cups and balls. You might have seen this one. I might have shown you this one.
Maybe.
I'm going to do this on the red. There's nothing untoward about this velvet bag. Yeah.
Can I see the floor? No extra holes. All right.
We have 3 balls, 3 cups. You know the old the carnival game, right?
Sure.
All right. So 3 balls, 3 cups. Oldest magic trick. This was Egyptian. It's very.
It was Egyptian?
Yeah, it was Egyptian. So the trick here is, I forget what they call it. Is it transportation? We're going to transport this ball from this very solid. Try to put your finger through that. It's not going anywhere, right? All right, we're going to try to transport this ball down to here. Okay. Here we go. You guys watching? No tricks, right? Nothing? What? Okay. We'll do that again. This one would be.
Wait, what? And it wasn't in.
It passed right through, right? 1, 2.
What? Wait. This witchcraft that you put, is it still going to be here when you leave?
It may be. Okay, 1, 2. All right, now for the really, this will blow your mind. Okay. Whoop, get in there. Okay, Matt, hold out your hand for me. Up. Okay. How many balls did we start with?
3.
3. Okay. Team's over here. Can you see this?
No.
No, there's nothing there. Watch.
Because there's 3 under the bottom now, right? What? Wait. What?
It's a good close, right?
All right, hang on. Bottom. Man, I don't. Inviting actual wizards into your home. All right.
That's amazing.
The thing with vampires.
That is literally the oldest trick in the book. That is Egyptian. They've been working this one for years.
Wow.
Neat, neat, right?
That is
I
really
love
neat.
magic. I just absolutely love it. James.
Wait, it's not Egyptian.
wait.
It's Canadian.
It's Canadian, made in Canada. Neat, right?
Did no one else see him like throw the fourth one at?
I used the fourth.
May the fourth be with you, James. Oh my gosh! Wow. Oh wait, we didn't have it full screen.
What?
Oh, Wiener Schnitzel.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Can you do a fast version of that whole thing?
Fast, like this.
What? What?
And I'm out.
Oh, that.
Oh my god.
That was like the grand. That was amazing.
So do you know what I used to call myself as a magician? You would know this. Think
Paul Magic King.
Styx. You familiar with Styx?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mr. Roboto.
No. One album before that was The Grand Illusionist.
Oh.
It was called The Grand Illusion, but I called myself The Grand Illusionist. Had a
Okay.
mullet. I still feel it. Really, people that lose their limbs, they have that phantom pain.
Yeah.
I still feel it.
Oh, I did. I'll never forget. So I had hair down to my butt for
Yeah,
a long time. And then when I was a student here in Michigan, my teachers would always pull me aside and they'd say, you know, Matt, you seem like a really nice kid and you're really good at artwork, but if you don't cut that hair, no one's ever going to take you seriously. So when I made the move to California, I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show everyone I'm serious. So the night before classes started at Art Center, which is where I got my bachelor degree. It's the big art school. It's where Drew Struzan
Sure,
went. It's where
yeah.
Ralph McQuarrie went, and a bunch of artists. It's where Michael Bay went, and I mean, there's a bunch of people that went there. But so the night before, I had my roommates cut off all my hair.
Oh my god.
So I had to walk to school. So I walked all the way to school, and I needed a drink. And I remember there was a couple things. There was 3 things that were mortifying that day. First, when I walked into the building, I was super thirsty, saw a drinking fountain, went up to the drinking fountain, and I went like this. There was nothing there. And I was like, no, and like hiding my tears with the water. Like, I can't believe I just did that. There was nothing there. So that was thing number 1.
Yeah.
Thing number 2, I walked into class and I saw, we used to call them burnouts, the guys with long hair,
Yeah.
the rockers, with the hair. So I walk in and I see, normally I would sit, like, I'd be like, bro, what's going on, dude? And I'd like sit down, and you guys into metal too, or whatever. So I start walking towards them and I realize I don't belong there. I'm not in the club anymore. So I like sat by myself. And then I kid you not, after being repeatedly told by my teachers, if you don't cut that hair, right? So we're sitting waiting for the teacher to walk in. The teacher walks in. He's got long hair down to his butt. He's like a surfer guy. And he's like,
Oh my god.
all right, class, this is head drawing 101. We're going to get started drawing the head. And I'm like, what did I do?
The source of
No.
all my
Gosh, it
Following
was. It
Michael
was like,
Bolton lines,
oh
dude.
my gosh.
They were
It was
blonde too,
awful.
wasn't it?
Yeah, both
Oh,
of
they
us.
were here. At that point, that was kind of after like the magical 80s with like the glam rock and stuff. So at that point, it was natural. So it was
Okay.
like a dirty blonde, kind of like a light brown. Because that was like more when like grunge was in,
Right,
kind of.
yeah,
That was
yeah.
my last hurrah with the long hair. We're gonna look at comments really quick and just wrap this up. Say good night to everyone. Let's see. The FIDGI fanatics. All right.
Good.
Sorry. Take out the
Makes
makes it too long. What? Sorry, take out
that
the
was
makes
that
it.
one fans of
Yeah.
Aladdin 3477 fans
Take out the makes it. Yeah. So it was what
Take
do
out
we have to
the-
take out?
makes it too long.
Oh,
take out the-
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Good night, all.
Good night, David.
Bye.
Bye for Luke.
Yeah. LOL. What? So funny. Great stories of your hairband days. Marilyn definitely knows my hairband days. Good night.
Good night, guys.
Peace out, guys. Love you guys. Good times. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Awesome. Next week, Aaron G. Check out the Kickstarter. You guys are amazing. Paul, this was awesome. What a
Absolutely.
great time.
Yep.
And James, thank you as well for hanging out, keeping it real. Absolutely amazing. Oh my
Absolutely.
gosh.
Yep.
Cannot wait. All right. Thank you guys.
All right.
And we got some this, and then hold on. We go to this, and we end with a little. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys. Take care.
Bye-bye.